Hello, 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 hello.
Wait, I know we went live because I got the.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And we have a surprise guest today. It's not just myself and Miss Angie. It is a little surprise guest, and we're going to have to let her introduce herself. Linda, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little about you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Linda, and I am with Inner Light Healing. I'm a Reiki practitioner, and I am so thankful and so appreciative of getting to be a part of this. I am so thankful.
Super.
That's all I
And
really have.
we're gonna have Linda edit her. I'm gonna help her edit her name on the bottom, and we're gonna put her email address in there if she's comfortable with doing so. So if everybody, while you are reading tonight, if you're drawn to maybe get a private reading with Linda, you can email her and arrange that. And again, it's the email address that we have below her name. So we'll work on that while we're working on everything.
Thank you so much.
Welcome in Stephanie and Bonnie and Abhi. Is that how you say it? Abhi? Welcome in,
She says
welcome in.
call her Curti. It's
Kurti.
Curti.
Okay.
She's been here before. She's told her that to call her Curti.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes the names, Linda, sometimes the names can get a little confusing for us. And it's nice when
Okay.
they tell us, hey, just call me this. It's so much easier because we don't
Okay.
want to butcher names. We never do. It just sometimes it happens, by accident.
How to pronounce her name because I don't want to call you the wrong thing. And when I go to your higher power on your behalf, I want to say it right. I don't want to call you something that.
Exactly. And calling on angels 1111 is Bonnie, Linda. That's Bonnie from class
Okay.
last night.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, Miss Angie, what's happening this week? What you been up to? What's going on?
All kinds of stuff. This is my first week back, like full speed ahead, back to work. They did not hold any punches. They was just like, and here's all that you had before you left, and then we added a couple more on top of that. So here you go, have at it. So it's been a busy week, going through all my emails and getting back on track. And then, on the weekend I went to go see Teresa.
Yes,
I
tell
had a
folks
beautiful
about
time.
this.
I had a beautiful time. It was at the casino in Maricopa, and
Teresa.
Teresa Caputo from
There
Long
you go.
Island Medium, which
There you
her
go.
new show is called Rising Stars. Yes, Rising Stars. And she is so little. She is so little down, and she wears them little spiked stiletto heels. And that hair was as high as heaven. It was like this. I mean, it was like a big, gigantic ball of hair. And she had on her little cute dress. She had a little black sparkly dress, and it was just shining everywhere, all over. And she comes out, and tells you about how she does her, about her gift and how she's going to greet you tonight and how the spirits are going to come in. And she comes down off the stage and she just walks through the crowd and she's like, who has a mother that died with of this blah 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 blah. And so she just starts reading boom 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 boom, and it is hundreds of people, and there had to be about 500 of us in there, and they were bringing dolls and pictures and bears because everybody's just waiting to read. And I said, listen, I could do this every single day, Don. Listen, we could be Teresa Caputo and the law and the Grim Reaper of Love. Like, come on. We already a show. We're ready to do this. It was so nice. The atmosphere was good. She's funny. She cusses. Um, it was just really, really good. And she doesn't record anything, but she does have the camera on her so that she can have it up on the big screen so everybody can see it. And again, she
Right.
just moves to the crowd, answering your question the same way we do it here. I was like, it's basically just the live version of our chat down. Like,
I
really,
love
it's
that.
just people in our chat right there. I was like, we could do this and I just kept saying we could do this. And I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna pull some of her energy toward us because we need this. And we about to be on our own show. But it was amazing. I loved it. She was on stage for about 90 minutes, and it was everybody from all walk of life, just some young, some old, some men. This one man said, listen, she came down to him and he was like, you expensive. This costs a lot. She was like, well, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. He was not happy about it. And he was with his wife, and
Hmm.
the seats they were in were about
Oh
$400
my
per
gosh.
person. Yeah, they
Mm.
were right at the stage. And so, but it was just really nice in there. It was a nice, comfortable place. And she's as pleasant as you see her on TV. She's just as
Mhm.
funny. She's just as pleasant. She's just as open. And it exactly the same. The way you see her chewing her licking her lips and stuff, same
Mhm.
thing. Everything's the same. She's just a really nice person. You really feel comfortable.
And is she 5 foot nothing? Because she looks super short
She
on
is
TV.
so little, and she wears the spikiest heels ever. And then I think that hair have to add a little bit
Oh
more
yeah.
height to it because she is tiny and little, just so little.
Yeah. Well, I spent time in Texas, and what they say is the higher the hair, closer to God.
Listen, she is right at the hem of his garment because right there, woo,
She was walking in the clouds. I love it.
with
I
so
love it.
much hair. But yes, it was just really nice. I really had a good time, and it just felt easy breeze. Like the energy was strong, but the energy was pleading. Like everybody, every spirit in there wanted her to come to them.
And did
And
she did her energy levels stay consistently high throughout?
no, because like sometimes you could see like she had to break the ice a lot with jokes. And so
Yeah.
sometimes it would get heavy, or sometimes you know how you want to just be like we'll give somebody like 4 or 5 clues, and then they sit there and they don't say nothing, and then we get them the most random thing, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's me." She was like that. Like she would get irritated when she would be like, "Who's the person who had this?" And they would nobody say anything. She would be like, "It's right here in this section. Somebody had the mother who blah blah blah. Nobody's gonna claim that." And so then she would make a joke, or she would go to somebody else, or she would give you something. They would be like, and she'd be like, "Oh well, he was sitting on the bed when he died," or something like that. And they'd be like, "Oh, that's impressive." She said, "All the stuff I gave you, and that's the one thing that you were impressed by. Like I just gave you a whole laundry list of things, and you were impressed by that one thing." But she's so funny. Like she really makes a joke out of it. And then she'll pick on a couple people in the audience, but she kept the energy live. She never let, and if it got where it was going down, she would, like, her cameraman has been with her for 5 or 7 years or so.
Uh-huh.
So she would just go and like have a little banter with him or something, but she kept the energy up.
It's interesting because again, when you said that, it reminds us of us. There are times where we get frustrated and we're like, "Hello, I know somebody's out there. I know this energy belongs to somebody. It's too strong not
Yeah.
to."
And she would be
You
like,
know?
"It's right here. They're telling me it's in this area." So she'd give another clue, and then she'd be like, "Okay, whatever." And so she'd go to somebody else. And then finally that person speak up, and she was like, "You didn't really understand when I said blah, 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 blah." She'll call you out too. Like it was good. I really enjoyed it. Like she's very funny.
I love it. I'm glad because again, she seems very personable on TV, and so you like if you. It's good to know when you step out of that you get that same thing. That's wonderful.
Yep, same thing. Yep.
Yeah. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Linda, what have you been
Yes.
up to this week?
Not much, just taking care of business. Lots of things going on, always busy. There's always something to do, and it keeps me going. And I'm really enjoying this, the tarot card readings. I'm really trying to understand it because I know I got this.
All right.
Oh,
That's
Very
about
good.
it. Not too much else is going on.
Well, we're about to see it because they're about to
That's a
come
lot.
fast and furious.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, for me, I
Hi,
had
School Nova.
to me today I had an interview for a podcast, and I met with the podcaster initially a little bit early, and I said, you know what, let's have a conversation because I mean, you know, I've lived a long life. I have so much different things, you know, so many different things in my history. What is it that you'd like to talk about? What would fit into your niche in your podcasting? And then she kind of helped to do that. And I said, because I told her very clearly, if you leave me go without guardrails, I can go on forever, and I can go, and we may never hit the topic you want because I can, you know, I've had a lot of experiences, right? And she's like, "Oh no, I trust you." I'm like, "No, really, you shouldn't trust me. Tell me, just give me an idea of what it is that your message is with your podcast. Therefore, I know I'm staying within what your podcast really focuses on." And she said, "Oh, okay, this." And so then she let me loose, and I went on, and so we actually spent about 45 minutes, and then she's like, "You know, I need you back. I need you back for another podcast, and we're going to talk about this topic. And would you mind?" I'm like, "No problem." So the good part is the first interview is coming out in March, and that's going to be the 1-year anniversary of my book being published.
Nice.
And so I'm like, that was meant to be that I line up at this point with her because it's going to work out to being because I've been asking, you know, Spirit, what can I do to kind of, you know, build the energy back around the book for the anniversary? Spirit delivers. You know, when you ask Spirit, Spirit delivers. You got to have the faith. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. Yes.
So that worked out really well. And again, she's a sweet, lovely lady, and you'll be seeing that popping up again in March. And I'll advertise it once it gets close. As you guys know, I've played the little captions for the previous podcasts I've done. I've done about 4 or 5. So and I love doing podcasts with. I love being interviewed, and I love having a conversation, because the one thing is they let you. Most podcasters, some of them will lead you with questions, but I love it when they let you go and let you talk about the metaphysical. The reason why I'd like that is because not everybody's experience fits in the same category. And so when you're released to talk about metaphysical in general, you're able to deliver about what you've experienced in your metaphysical journey. You're not
Yeah.
saying this is what everybody does. This is my
And I
experience.
love that. I have learned to
Right.
phrase my stuff as based on what I've experienced, so people don't think that I'm giving a general overview for all the psychics in the world. No, just for this one.
Exactly, exactly. Hey, Dr. Rivera, nice to see you in.
Hello there. Hi, Bonnie Martin. This is a different Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie.
Yeah, and Jimmy Josh, nice to see you in as well.
Oh, hi, Jimmy Josh, Shield Nova. We are doing
Absolutely.
good, Shield Nova. Hanging in there. Hanging in there.
Indeed, indeed.
I don't know how I'm making it, and it's just a beautiful 80 degrees outside. I went for a walk, and I was just like, I
Ugh.
love it in the
Oh,
winter. 80 degrees.
This is what we live for. This is what we live for.
right,
Basking
right.
in sunlight.
Well, with that said, let's get to it. Let's figure out who gets our first shot tonight. Miss Angie, who are you drawn to, or Miss
Somebody
Linda?
put a question in there. Does anybody have a question? Because I see a lot of hellos, but did
No, they
anybody?
came to see my face. Vogue,
They
Vogue,
did.
Vogue, Vogue.
Oh, Stephanie St. Augustine put a message in.
Okay. Let me see what Stephanie. Are you still here? I'm guessing you are. Hopefully. Hello, hello, hello. Again, if you have a specific question, ask the question. If it's a general, just say general. Do 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 do.
You know what? I don't even remember what she said. Hey, Quinn, how are
Hey,
you?
Quinn, nice to see you
If you
in.
all have a question, make sure you put your question in there.
Uh, um, what did you? What? How are we supposed to say her name again? Gosh, hold 1 second. Let me get back here.
Turkey.
Kurti. Kurti said, any messages from her angels, and then Stephanie after that one would love a message from my highest, please, as well. So it's good.
Okay, let me
Kurti,
see
I'm
what I
picking.
got on Kurti.
Go ahead. Say what?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was saying, let me see what I can pick up on Kurti.
Okay. Kurti, I'm getting. Are you getting pressure from the family to fit into what a mold of what they believe you should do, should be, should how you should behave? Because I'm feeling like you're very constrained. I'm feeling like you're having to fit in a box. Like you have to be at this age and marry this person and all this stuff. And it's like, does this resonate with you? Because I'm getting this feeling like you're really feel constrained. And again, it's family pressure. Family expects you to do this, this, and this, and this. And so why is that? Does that resonate with you? And if it is, what's going on there? And because I just feel like this isn't healthy for you. Does that resonate, Kurti?
And do
Yeah.
you have a specific question in mind? I feel like you have a specific question that you want to ask that you didn't, and you just said, "What does my angel say?" That was the same. Was that the same question that you asked earlier this morning, Bonnie? So, what is the specific question that you want to know about? I feel like I see her peeking from behind a bookshelf, like she has another question she's just afraid to ask.
Well, and I think it's because of the way in which she's been constrained by family that she is afraid to actually ask.
So she says she's married for 10 years. What'd you ask her
Mhm.
about marriage? Was she married?
No, I think that she is trying. That again, the family has her in this, and they've structured for her. They've created for her what she should be and how she should behave and these kind of things. And so she's very constrained about, again, how she behaves, what she should do, when she should do it, those kind of things. She does. I don't feel free. I don't feel free. I don't feel a free energy with her. I
Right,
feel
because she's
frustrated.
speaking like she doesn't want anybody to know what she's doing. She's peeking from behind a shelf.
Right.
So what I'm picking up on is that she needs to have more trust within herself, to know that she she loves herself and to believe in herself in order to come back from behind that curtain.
You can't break free because you're chained to something. What is the reason why you can't break free? Because unless you're being held hostage or incarcerated, you always have the option to walk away. It's just what resources are you going to use to make your dreams come true? Like even if you're in a like whatever situation you're in, you always have the freedom to walk away. So saying I can't to me means that you're being restrained some way physically. That's the only reason why you wouldn't, or you're dependent upon this person for your financial or health needs. But other than that, what would be keeping you from walking away unless you just mentally put yourself in a cage and you can't? You want to start working when you get done with your depression. Did you ever think that like finding a nice job might help you with that because you get to meet new people, you get a different energy, you get to get out and be a part of society? So getting the job may actually help you to get over the depression because you're not in the same surroundings. You're experiencing something new every day and you have a different purpose about yourself every day. You don't have to go get a full 9 to 5. You can go get just like a little part-time job somewhere doing something light and then move on up until you're ready to fully integrate back into work. So um, actually being outside the house may actually help the depression. And if you're depressed, are you seeing a therapist? And what is your therapist suggestion? Because always go by what your medical professionals tell you. But those are just other resources that you can tap into. Okay. She said it is family pressure.
Super, super.
Well, you're definitely going to need to go to some kind of therapist or some kind of group that'll help you to integrate back into like society or help you to kind of get your spirits up because just coming to get readings over and over again, we're giving you the potential as we see it. And if every time we give you the potential, you're going to refute it with all the reasons why you can't do it, you're really wasting your higher power's time by coming to get a reading and then refusing to acknowledge the advice or even think that it's an option for you because we're giving you what your higher power is telling you. You asked for a message for your angels. We gave you a message from your angels. And the first thing you did was list all the reasons why you can't. If your higher power is telling you can, the only person that's caging you in is you. Even if it's culturally, sometimes you have to break out of your own norms. My mom doesn't believe in this at all. And we was born, raised, baptized in the blood of Jesus, okay,
Mm-hmm.
as a Baptist and they don't play this, but sometimes you have to break from cultural norms and do whatever you're and do what's best for you to
Yes.
move forward and have a healthy mind, body, and soul. So you have to decide. I mean, constantly getting readings isn't going to change the energy. You're just going to keep hearing about the potential and then never doing anything about it. So, but I get it. I do understand.
Mm-hmm.
Again, therapy may be the very first start, or at least a group of people who understand to help you get integrated back into work.
And again, if you don't make change, change will not happen. So it really does start with you. But when Angie talks about religion and about that situation, she wrote the book on it. This is a woman who's lived that experience. So and lived it and wrote the book
Listen,
on it.
listen. Religion is a very strong hold. So don't believe that I don't understand. I know exactly how it is because I fought back and forth with my guys. Is this right? Is this not right? Should I? Should not? When? Where? How? Is this is a gift? Why is it shunned? Like I went back and forth all over. So I do understand your cultural situations that you're going through. But again, you have to make the best decision for you. And this was the best decision for me, relying on spirituality versus just religion, which put me in a box, and spirituality allowed me to open up and have so many different avenues to live through. So you decide how you want to use your future. Do you want to live? Because only when your body crosses over, the rest of your family ain't crossing over with you. Only you crossing over. So only one of you can live your life. So So only one of y'all crossing over. So you go cross over from the stress of all them doing whatever they want to do, or you can live your life through it. But it's all in for you to decide.
Yeah, and ultimately the regrets will be your own. No matter what, the regrets will be your own. So make sure that you understand that if you don't start changing something, if you don't start doing something, then again, they're not going to have the regrets. You're the one, and so you have to live with that. So be careful of that.
And it's not that you're not hearing your guides, you are hearing them. It's just so contrary to what you believe that you're thinking that it can't be right. I can remember all the time going back and forth with my guides because it didn't fit into the mold of religion. And so that can't be right what I'm hearing. I must be hearing it wrong. I must be getting misinformation. It has to be the devil because in baptism, in Baptist, it's the devil. The
Exactly.
devil made me do it. And so it's always something that is telling you that you're wrong when you are directly connected to them. You just have to learn to listen to it.
Exactly. Exactly. So hopefully it helps you. Again, make sure that you take the lead in having the change. Find little ways at first so your feet wet, you get comfortable. And then eventually, as you start changing a little bit, the more you get comfortable with change, the more you'll do it. So, again, but you have to start somewhere and you have to do something. All right. That's what we're suggesting. Linda, anything else before we head off on this one?
What I was picking up was that maybe getting your feet wet when you were sharing that with her, that maybe take little steps in, I know what I'm feeling is you wanting to get out there and be out there and be your own person, but maybe taking the baby steps of maybe volunteering somewhere that helps you to feel comfortable to be around others so that you can possibly help yourself to know that you can do this, that you'll be okay.
Super. Super. Well, super. With that, let's go on to our next read. Who are we drawn to? Before we go into next read, who is here? Let me get the chat off there. Who is here? Who is damn, didn't mean to do that either. Who is here? Who is there's a David here, a father named David. There's a father named David here visiting with me. This is a guy who has been gone for many years. We're talking 20, 25 years. Again, his name is David. It does again. He's showing me a uniform. Was he in the military? Does anybody own this? Can anybody own this? Again, a father named David, who's been gone for a number of years, and I'm getting the feeling like he was in uniform. So I'll let that percolate. If somebody can pick that up. Boom, 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 boom. Miss Bonnie Lafferty Martin. Your father was named David, and was he?
Brandy and Bonnie, are you sisters?
Oh yeah, there's two Laffertys here. Oh,
There's a
interesting.
Bonnie and a Brandy. Are you sisters? Oh, that could be mine and Bonnie's dad. Yeah, so they're sisters.
Okay, yeah, but there are only two of you because he's showing me two kids, so it's like two daughters only, correct? Because I only see two. If you confirm that you are sisters, can you say yes, you are, or no, you aren't? And then can you
Yeah, she said that could be mine and Bonnie's dad.
Okay, and there were only two daughters, right? Okay, yeah, okay, and again,
So this
David,
is Brandy
um,
said that.
he was thin. He was. I'm getting thin. He's showing me a thin man. Um, so he died when you guys were relatively young, because I'm picking up again that he died when you were I'm guessing you were in your teens or maybe early 20s, because I'm not picking up older energy than that. So he didn't live while you guys were quite old, right? I mean, he died when you guys were relatively young. But your mom did not. Your mom's was longer. And is your mom still here? Yes, only two of you. Okay, super, super. Then this is him. Okay. Now let me. So which one's the music lover? Who's the music? Because he's. Is it? So is it? Let me get the Bonnie. Bonnie, are you the music lover? Because he's showing me he's drawing me to the music lover. He's connecting me to the music. So Bonnie, when he talks to you, he talks to you through music. Do you, when you connect to your father, do you connect to him through? Do you, when you're thinking about him, does music come on? Do you see a song? Do you hear a song pop up, or do you something? Because I'm getting the music daughter. Are you the music daughter, or is it Brandy? Which one is? I'm getting Bonnie though. He's telling me Bonnie. He's
Yeah.
like, no, Bonnie, Bonnie. So Bonnie, are you the music lover? So because he keeps coming bringing me back to you, and again he speaks to you through music. Bonnie loves music, says Bonnie. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So listen, when you want your dad to talk to you, because you've been asking for your dad to talk to you. He's been trying to reach out to you, and he is reaching out to you in music, but you're just not, you're not I mean, you hear it, but you're like, it doesn't register, you know what I'm saying? So know that he is talking to you. You've been asking for him to talk to you, and he is talking to you. He's talking to you through music. Okay. And so when you ask questions, speak to him like you're speaking to me. um Also, did he do this? Did he do this before? Because I'm like, he's showing me this. Did he used to move your hair back or something like this? Because I'm getting this kind of activity. Was that you, or was that Brandy that he would do that to? Because it's like moving the hair. Did you have like stuff, the hair that fall over, and he would like push it back or something? Because he's showing me that. Um, so does that resonate with either of you? I'm getting it. He's showing it to me. Um, but know that he has been talking to you, Bonnie. It's just that I don't know. Again, he's like, listen to the music, and you will get your answers, and know he's there. Um, And one more thing, Bonnie, you may want to try this. I just talked to him actually, and I asked him to do this for you. Next time you want to talk to him, Bonnie, do something that I learned from Angie right here, down right there, Angie. When Angie came and kidnapped my ghost, when she came to visit, he always brushed our hair and put us in. Yes, okay, that made sense. Okay, good, good, good. I love it. 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 So he did it to both of you. That's wonderful. I love it. So that is a confirmation. Again, these are things I would not. Again, folks, these are things you cannot know unless. I mean, unless he's telling me. It's like wonderful. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Angie came and she visited with my ghost because I could not communicate with the ghost, and she had an amazing relationship with him. And about an hour she was talking. And so when I came in, I'm like, why don't you show yourself to me? And he said, I'm trying. And I could see shadows moving in the corner, but that's the closest I could get. And as I looked around the room, eventually my mind spans, it's kind of scanned around. And I wound up looking through into the bathroom that was attached to that room. And in the mirror, Samuel stood. So I could see him in the mirror, though I could not see him. And Angie could see him every way till Sunday she could see him. So what I would suggest to you, exactly. And yeah, because when she left, and Samuel went with her. And Samuel is still with her to this day. And he's like he's one of her spirit guides, which is wonderful energy. But what I'm telling you, Brandon and Bonnie, when you want to visit with your dad, put on some music that he would become, that you knew is his kind of music, and then go stand in front of a mirror and talk to the mirror. And don't be surprised then if maybe he can see it, because if he can't see him one way, maybe try that way. I'm not saying it will work, but what I'm saying is you may want to try it. But your dad is talking to you. He's talking to you. And Bonnie, I'm guessing he's also talking to you. Again, when you feel that touch, that's him. He's saying, I'm here with you, babies. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. Okay.
Or ask him before you go to sleep. Just come and show me an image of you in the in my dreams. Just pop up an image in my dreams, and I want to remember my dreams, because it's one thing for them to send you the sign, and then another thing for you not to remember. So I always ask that I remember my dreams and that you send me whatever in my dreams, and so you may get it.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, super. Wow. What a way to start our readings.
Amazing. Amazing.
Brandy, I have one thing for you, and I don't know if you were the first one to answer the question. And it could be you or it could be Bonnie, but when I asked, was there a message for either one of you? I heard the name Brandy. Are you having a relationship issue? And it doesn't have to be a serious issue, because the image that I saw was a lady and a guy, and I feel like you're in a cold weather climate because they have me kind of chilly, and then you're dressed in like winter stuff, And so there's a guy laying on the ground. And the girl is trying to revive him. He's not unconscious. You're trying to revive him. And so it's kind of like you're trying to revive the relationship, or or then they'll flip it and the girl is laying on the ground and the guy is trying to revive it. So I feel like there's been a little tug of war back and forth to try to try to revive this relationship or maintain this relationship. And they're showing me like a stalemate, like a two of swords, like you're trying to decide, do I move forward or do I move back? And it's like you'll have your mindset to move forward and walk away, and then you'll backtrack it with the Six of Cups and remember and remind yourself why you should stay. And so you seem to be going back and forth because they show me you on a teeter totter and you guys are kind of like, I don't know, yes, no, maybe, and you're not sure what to do. And what I'm hearing is you really just need to get to the heart of the matter. Is it a control thing? It is an emotional thing. What is it that we're dealing with that we're bumping heads on at this point in our life? Because it feels like you guys have been together for a while. Is that true? And do you have two littles, like a boy and a girl? Like I feel like there's two kids in this situation, maybe a boy and a girl, and you're kind of like, I should stay for the kids. I should go, so I can be happy. We're not working, we are working, we're having this issue, we're having that issue. And you seem to be having all these issues because you're kind of living your life like we're shown on the screen, compartmentalized. You're not living your life as a blended unit. You're living your life as I'm doing my thing. I'm making my decisions. You're making your decisions. And if there's a conflict, we just hit it when we bump heads. We don't really try to plan it out. And so you need to concentrate on a little bit more of you two being together without outside interference or other people telling you what they should have, would have, could have. You just need to nestle down into your unit and make decisions that are best for you as a unit instead of, oh, well, what does this person think? What does that person think? Or this is what I would do. And that's what that person would do. And I feel like your dad was like a very strong, hardworking man. And so you want somebody who's a lot like your dad because you were close to your dad. But remember, everybody can't be your dad. Everybody has to be their person in their way. So you either have to accept them as who they are or you have to move on from them, but don't hold each other back. I do feel like there's still love there. We're separated right now in different states and trying to fit. Yes, right. So I do feel like there is still love there. You two just need to really just have a conversation where you two sit and you agree to just talk it out. And there's no, there's not necessarily no consequences, but you kind of get it all out there and you're not like blame this, blame that. You kind of just get it all out there, all feelings, all emotions, and then decide if you want to walk it through together. Because I do feel like there's still love there. You're just both living your life the way you want. I see you so compartmentalized and not as a unit. Like you don't necessarily even think as a unit until it's a big decision that has to be made that depends on, oh, I'm married, I have to consult with that other half. You're living so separate, and they're just saying you two really do need to talk it out. But I do still feel like there's love there.
One more thing I'm picking up, for two things I'm picking up. First of all, can you clarify, is your mom still on this side? Because I've got some strange energy there. I feel like she is, but then I feel like,
Bonnie said mother is alive. She said that down when you asked the
oh, you
person.
did? Oh, sorry. I didn't see it.
Oh no, I had to scroll and find it. I didn't see it either, Don.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I was gonna say I'm picking up the mothers on this side. And do you talk a lot with your mom? Do you spend a lot of time with your mom? Because um she needs more attention. She needs more attention. Your dad's saying she needs more attention. She needs a little more of I think he's just saying she needs more attention, and I'm trying to ask him what that means, why that is said. Now, did your father have, because he's showing me, was your dad with the mustache, or is it with your husband that's the mustache? And this is for Bonnie, he's telling me. No, Bonnie, okay, Bonnie, you have a husband with a mustache, but he had the mustache. But which one did this? Who does this? Who did this? Do you see what I'm doing? Because he's showing me this. What is this about? Is that somebody? Is that your husband, Bonnie, or is that the separated husband from the sister? What was this? Gosh, I'm terrible with names. I apologize. I'm getting this, and you have, interesting. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm getting bombarded. He's giving me lots of information. Man, it's like interesting. It's like a spigot just opened up and it's like, wow, they're listening to me now. They're listening to me. And it's fascinating because I'm like, wow, crazy.
She said he did have a mustache. They called it the Sonny Bono mustache. It was the dad.
Okay. Yes, 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 yes. And okay.
Oh.
2 girls, 2 boys. Who has the 2 girls, 2 boys? Is it 4 kids or 5? I'm getting 2 girls, 2 boys. Who has the 2 girls and 2 boys? Is that
I got boy girl for Brandy, so I don't know if they each have a boy girl, so that's why it's 2 girls and 2 boys. But I got a boy and a girl for Brandy.
okay? And did someone recently marry? Because he's showing me a wedding ring, but it wasn't one of you sisters. So did one of your kids recently marry? And it's a daughter. Did you have a recent daughter who married? He's
It's
showing
2
me.
of y'all. Y'all should type faster than that.
I know.
Look, now we want to know. This is like a soap opera. What?
Yeah. I have 2 boys and 1 girl. Says
Also,
Brandy.
Brandy
Okay.
has 3. Okay.
Okay.
And Bonnie has 2 girls.
So
And 2 boys.
wow, it's
Two
getting
girls,
2
2
and
boys.
2. Did one of your boys marry then recently? And now that maybe did that happen, and therefore now it's 2-2?
No, I think Bonnie has 2 girls and 2 boys.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
She has 4. Bonnie has 4. And one of her daughters just got married, Bonnie.
Okay. Because he's showing me the wedding. He was there. He was at the wedding. He was there
Oh.
because he was showing me that. He was so proud. He was so proud. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, he was proud. He was proud. Oh my gosh. Wow. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. He was sitting there kind of, oh wow, it's cool. I love it. I love it. Yeah, 2 boys, 2 girls. Okay, good, good, good. Thank you so much. Wow, cool. That's amazing. Well, no, let your daughter know that he was there. Their grandfather was there, and
Oh.
he enjoyed it immensely. He was it made him happy. It made him a happy man. Okay. Whew, wow, wonderful, wonderful energy. Yeah, yeah, it's interesting
One of
because
the
he's
tags
telling
you
me he
got.
wasn't. It was interesting because I don't. Again, it makes me feel as though he wasn't an emotional man in life, but family is everything to him now, and so he wants you guys to know that. And I'm not saying it wasn't before, but I'm telling you, he gives me the feeling like he wasn't that emotional before, and yet he's very emotive now on the other side, and he watches over you. He watches over you like a hawk. He is one of your spirit guides. So talk to him about anything you need. If you need future advice, if you need projections, if you need him to do things, talk to him as a spirit guide. He's not only your father who crossed over, he is now one of your spirit guides, and he is going to be there with you through your lifetime. Whenever you need him, he will come. He will come. And Brandy, why have you been in tears? What's causing the tears? Because he's telling me that you've been in tears. And is what?
The relationship, I think they're in separation.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry. I guess I was so
Yeah.
busy into dad.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. That's why you were into tears. Okay. Yeah, because he was showing me you into tears. And again, he was there. He was there trying to make you feel good. Okay. So no, he's there. And again, he's proud of you. He's proud of you both. And there is no, life has turns. Okay. That's all. I'll put it that way. Life has turns, and you can't guarantee anything, but know that he is always there no matter what. Okay. That's the big message right there. Big message. He's there for you, Brandy. Just talk to him. Talk to him. Okay.
Oh, I know what else I was going to say. If you're uncomfortable talking, but
Yep.
also I find it's really easy and relaxing to do it while you're driving. You're just kind of stuck in traffic. Well, Dad, it's going to be a long drive. What do you want to talk about today? And then you just talk out loud to him, because that way you're kind of concentrate on driving, but you're also in a comfortable space where you can talk to your dad and not feel weird because it's just you in the car. So sometimes if you have a long drive to work, or if you're just running errands or just in and out of the car, sometimes that's a good time to talk to your loved ones because you're in a confined space. And a lot of times I've had readings where I've done and mediumship come through, and they'll say that it was like they sit in a car or they ride in a car with you. and try to talk to you. You just don't pay attention. And a lot of times they'll send songs to you and you just don't put the two and two together that they're in the car with you.
Yeah, it's interesting. Sometimes we don't want to believe. Sometimes we don't want to believe because it's like we're concerned. It's like there's always this kind of fear of is this real? Is this real? Is this real?
He passed before they had their kids, because I get most of the things that he's trying to show us is after his passing to let you know that he's still there. Which one of your families used to go on the vacation trips? Because I see him sitting in that middle spot. I see him sitting in that middle. Like if the kids are in the back seat and the parents are in the front seat, he's kind of in that middle section, just absorbing the energy that's going on in there. So who used to go on the family trips? And if it was both of you, he's kind of letting me know that he rode along with you, because he shows me you guys laughing sometimes, singing sometimes, quiet sometimes, eating sometimes, just on a road trip together. So I don't know who was going on the trips, but he seems to be riding along with you. He's living his life. He's still living life with you. He's just not physically there. And you have totally disregarded all the clues that he sent to you. But I feel like you'll be a little bit more aware now, and you'll know that it's him.
And did you have did you have a brother or maybe a cousin who's also named David? I know there's only two girls, but for some reason I'm picking up is your father the only David, and was he the only military person? Because I'm getting somebody else was in the military that was also a male in the military who was also on the other side. Who did somebody die while in service that it was in part of your family?
Oh, that's true, Brandy, because he is with you on your trips.
Yes. Yep. Yep. And Brandy, I'll give you a direct thing situation. And Angie's one of the first person I heard about this when it happened. I was driving to California, and I was in the car. We were on this dead space between California and Arizona, and it's like this long flat space before you go up this mountain. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just kind of chilled, and my husband's asleep on the right side. He's over there knocked out, and I'm just quiet. And all of a sudden, I hear this. I hear, pop, pop, John, John. And I'm like, what the hell? And I look in the mirror, and this spirit is sitting in the back seat. And I'm like, what in the hell? And it's like, I'm like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Pop, Pop, John, John. And I said, okay, Pop, John. No, I'm Pop, Pop, John. I'm like, okay, chill, dude. You got all this attitude. You come into my vacation, and you're in my car, uninvited, and you're telling me it's Pop, Pop, John, John. And then he tells me who we need to reach out to. So I call Angie and I call other people trying to figure out how we can reach these people to let them know that not just Pop John, but Pop Pop John John. And so when we finally reached the person it was intended for, and I said, why? And they say, because that's how we called him as kids. So we know that was indeed him, because we never called him Pop John. It was Pop Pop John John. And so if he had said otherwise, we would know that wasn't real. And he's like, you're the only one that knows this, because it's like you had to have been there to know this. It was crazy. So yeah, Angie's right. They pop in. Oh, they pop in your car. They pop in wherever. And sometimes if they talk to you like John did to me, you're going to drive off the road. You're like, what the?
Get ready. Damn. Be ready.
Yes. That's before Emily and I had a conversation. Yeah, that's before my gatekeeper Emily and I had a conversation where I'm like, off limits. Some things are off limits, and when I'm driving, it's off limits.
Brother was in the military who died in the and then he also had a best friend named Dave
who passed away. Okay, there you go. That's the energy I was picking up. Okay, because I was seeing there's another David, and he had passed. Okay, thank you for confirming that, because I just wanted to understand what that was about. And your brother was in the Army. Okay, wow, crazy. That's wonderful. Mm-hmm. Our brother died in the military. Oh my gosh, look at that. So it's you have a lot of death. You have a lot of death around you, and a lot of.
I have not been paying attention. I don't know what drew you here, but something for real drew you in.
Yes.
They were here.
Yes. Interesting. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. It's like, wow, a crazy, crazy energy. And your dad's full of. I mean, really. When a man comes in or a younger woman comes in, I get very warm, and your dad has been keeping me on heat overtime. And that's how come I knew it was a man right off the bat. And then, of course, once he filled in, I could just actually kind of see him. So that's cool. Thank you for sharing both two sisters, one reading. How the hell is that, right? That is
Exactly. They got a double time. All their spirits was like, we got them.
I
Come
know.
on, come on.
You guys usually come in because I don't recognize those names.
I've never seen them before. That's why I said I don't know what drew you to it, but somebody wanted you to get this message. I've
Yep.
never I don't recall their names before.
Yeah, because those names don't look familiar. I don't think we've seen them on live before. So
And both of them at the same time. How did you guys
Yep.
find Don? Because they're on your page, Don.
Okay, yeah. How did you guys find me? Good question.
All right. And Charvet, who said, can I get a reading? Did you put a question in there? You don't have to ask if you can get a reading. Just put your question and we'll try to get to your question.
Yes, yes. Again, thank you guys for sharing that energy with us. You guys, your energy is what makes this happen. So we appreciate that.
Exactly, Shield. 2 for 1, 2 for 1.
What is it? A week or two ago, we had two spirits come in for one person. Now we just did the reverse.
Listen, we got it all in. We giving a double up. We giving you everything you need.
Oh, Bonnie says it's their first time tonight.
Oh, see, and what
brought
led
you
you
here?
here? Like, what made you come on?
He brought them here. I know he told them. Yeah, because wow, he brought them here.
He did.
And he led them here to have this conversation. Holy
He did.
crap. Nice.
And this is just proof, guys, that our loved ones are never gone. They just pass on from the physical body. They're
Exactly.
always trying to make contact with us. So when you say, is my dad around? Yeah. Are you acknowledging that your dad's around, or your grandpa, or your uncle, or whoever it is that you're looking for? They're always there.
Man, this is a long one. I got to read it. Let me put my eyeballs back on. It said, Bonnie told me about you. Brandy says Bonnie told her about me. And then it says, Bonnie says, Don did a reading for me on month. Oh, this is that Bonnie. Oh, I know this. Okay. I know this Bonnie only from the reading. I didn't know your last name. So I'm glad I didn't know your last name, because it would have maybe changed some things as I was reading. I love it. I decided to hop on tonight and ask my sister to join. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, wow. That's wonderful. And Bonnie was so sweet. First time I ever did a reading for her was on Monday, and private reading. Wow.
Thank you, Cookie Victoria. Client Casey, just put your question in. If you have a question, just put it in there. Right now, I don't see any questions. So does anybody have a question that they want us to answer?
Yeah. And by the way, Bonnie and Brandy bought the readings online, and so when you buy the readings online on Etsy, all I see is a username. So I don't even know the names usually until we connect in some way. So that's cool.
I prefer it that way. I don't want to know anything about you.
Exactly. And Brandy said, I have to reschedule my reading I was going to have tomorrow. Absolutely. No problem. We can reschedule for next week. Absolutely.
Cookie Victoria. Okay. I don't see your question.
My goodness.
Client Casey, you're asking a lot of questions. Which one of those do you want us to focus on? The house, the job, or the marriage? Because you hit them all. That's a full aid reading. On this little minute we got here, you can pick one of them.
Oh, and Client Casey, when you asked that second question about getting a federal job, if you've been watching the news, you don't need a psychic to tell you that one's going to be probably very problematic.
I was about to say, I don't think you want to work for the feds right now.
Yeah,
you might want to wait till midterms. You don't want to work.
Yeah, because there's so much influx right there. I don't think the government's hiring. I think they're trying to do the opposite. So, just saying. Just saying.
Hey, Tanisha, good to see you. Cookie, I see you said you want a general. Lori, I was going to address your question earlier. I feel like you're equating how fast he's moving on with how much he loved you. And that's just not true. Everybody loves and recovers from a broken heart at a different pace or a different rate. And it doesn't mean that I loved you more or less than you loved me. It's just sometimes when we set that point where we're ready to move on and we're done, we're ready to move on and we're done. And that doesn't mean that he didn't love you when you were in the relationship. It just means that he's ready to move on and he's done. And it doesn't mean that he may not still love you as the mother of his children. He's just ready to move on and you're still a little bit. And sometimes women, we're a little bit more emotional. We're a little bit more invested. And sometimes we are a little bit pulling for it to work out than the other party. But if they've already moved on, the best you can do is try to break those ties with that person too. And you'll do it at your own pace. That again, it doesn't mean that he loved you any that there was more love on your part than on his, but it just means that he's just ready to move on. Like, I'm just done and over and dwell and letting it linger. Sometimes it's just like snatching off a band-aid. And if he's already out the door, then there's not really anything you could do to bring him back except for to just, move on and be the best that you can be.
Absolutely. Anything else you wanted to add to that, Linda? Any energies you
No,
may get?
dear. No real energy. Thank you, though.
Just saying how to
Lori, the first thing I would tell you, when you use change your vocabulary. When you use the words never, and then that let's avoid that, because I'm the guy who harps based on this book. I harp on
That's
how
good.
the quality of conversation is, and so again, when you're doing affirmations, when you're talking about energy and voice, make sure that you look at your terminology and avoid words like never, ever, those kind of things. Okay,
because you know what that reminds me of? Somebody who drank way too much and they just like they didn't know what their tolerance was. They drank too much and now they're praying to the porcelain god. And it's I'll never drink again. I promise, if you help me, I'll never drink again. That's how you kind of sound.
Yeah.
But it's of course right now you're not thinking about when you're gonna be whether you're gonna be able to trust again, because you're in a you're separating. Remember, divorce is like a death. It's the death of that relationship. It's all gone. You spent how many ever years, you shared how many ever memories, and now that part is dying, and you have to decide how you want to move on. You have to find out who Lori is now as a single mom or as a divorced mother ready to move forward. You knew who you were as a single person. You knew who you were as a wife. You knew who you were as a mother. Now you have to know who you are as a person out who's past marriage. I've been there, done that, and I'm moving forward. So it's going to take time for you to heal. It's not like, you can just decide, oh, tomorrow that it's over and said and done. Because you signed on a dotted line doesn't mean that there's still not feelings there. Look, so right after you have that baby that you've been carrying for 9 months, the whole entire 9 months, I was ready to be done, just done, 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 done. And once I had the baby, that didn't mean that all the pain from where I was pregnant went away. I still had time that my body had to get back into its normal functioning. So your mind, body, and soul has to get back into its normal functioning as a person who's divorced. Or are you even divorced yet? I think you're still going through it. So you haven't even ended the chapter and you're thinking about the future of starting a new chapter with somebody else. Is that because you kind of didn't want it to end and this person has already moved on? You were kind of hoping that during the trials and tribulations of the divorce, you could kind of reconcile. Did you speak that up before, during this situation, to let that person know that you still love them and they rejected it? However it is, you have to decide you're going to move forward, because you can't make somebody want to be with you. You can't make somebody love. There's a song I heard very clearly by Tank, and it's called I Can't Make You Love Me if you don't want to. If you don't want to be with me, then I just have to move on. And then you find a way to move on little by little by little. A Little Bit Stronger is another song that you might want to listen to by God, what is her name? I forget it every single time, but it's called A Little Bit Stronger. It's a nice country song. All those are good things that help you to go ahead and let those emotions plan through. Don't try to push them away. Just go ahead and let them feel through. Let them let those tears all out. Is from what I heard, Uranus is no longer in retrograde, and that's when the big shakeups come. So this is all those emotions shaking out. Go ahead, let them out and plan on how you're going to move forward. But don't be so hard on yourself because you can't completely just strip away like that person did.
Bonnie Raitt sings, I Can't Make You Love Me If You Don't.
Yep.
She
Yeah.
sings that song beautifully. Yep.
Wow. I wonder if Tank remade her song then, because he sings that song too.
It could be, because she did it like 20, 25 years ago. It's an old song.
Right. And Sarah Evans, that's it. You know what I'm talking about, Lori. Here, we have the same heartbreak. We know. And so you just had, I Believe by Kelly Clarkson is another. You guys are giving all good songs. Look, just make a playlist. Somebody take all these songs down, and then you just put it as our Wednesday playlist, because these are some good songs, people. I like this. But you'll make it through. Just take it a little bit at a time. You're trying to go from we're not even done with the divorce to I'm already whole and ready to move forward. Give yourself time to allow the ending to happen, to allow the transition through to happen, and then for the new you to be birthed. This is a death and a rebirth. Death of my marriage, but the rebirth of me and how I want to move forward. Do I want to move forward as a victim, or do I want to move forward empowered in the new life that I get to plan? I get a part two. I get to see what it's like again. I get to move on in a different way and find somebody who's a little bit more compatible to what I want, or find out that it's some weirdies out here, some weirds out here. But again, you got to get out there either way and find out what you like. And so you'll get there, but take it a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time.
Exactly. And it's also Lori. Just to point out, this is not psychic again. This is just talking. It's good from time to time to have a breakdown and cry a little bit and just let it get out. But just don't dwell in it. Don't say, okay, I got to go ahead, let it out, and then move on.
But you're not in bad company, Don. Do you know there's been about 3 or 4 different people who've told me that they just randomly started crying and they don't even know why. They're like, I just don't know. I said, let those tears flow. That's a release. You're releasing something. You prayed for something to go and it's going, and because I've had those moments. I'll just be driving down the street and then I'm just crying and I'm like, what's wrong with me? And then I'll be like, oh, that's what I asked to release. Whatever it is that's releasing, I'm letting you go. And I'm thanking my higher power for making room for something new to come in. You're releasing something, and it's just emotional. But there's been a lot of people. You're in good company this week, Lori, with people who have just been breaking out in tears. And over the weekend, I was watching something. It was just a commercial, and then I'm just sitting here like, why are you crying? This is AT&T, Angie. Like, come on now. And it's as simple as that. And it's just been a very emotional time because we're all releasing. And this is that new moon. So now you set your intentions for what you want to grow while the moon is going back to its full status. So you go ahead and let that new moon set your new intentions for whatever it is you want to do. I want to release this love completely. I want to open my heart and be ready for a new love. I want to heal from this, whatever it is that you think it might be. Write it all down, and if you don't want anybody to see it, burn it and just send it on off to the universe and let them take care of it, but put it out there. One of the things that my guides have worked on me for the last month is future forward. What is it that you want? Think about where you want to be, not where you're at and what you're missing. I kept pulling the 5 of Cups for me, and they said your perspective is wrong, your concentration is wrong. 6 and a Hanged Man, everything is wrong. Change your perspective to where you want to be, future state. Concentrate on that. Concentrate on the goal, not where you are or the situation you're in, because that takes your focus off of where you want to be. And if you keep your eye on the prize, the sparrow, or wherever your religion or your higher power takes you, you'll have something else to focus on. And all this fire that's going on around you won't even matter.
Angie, it'd be great if I had this thing still, let it go, let it go.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wish I said,
You're going to have to record one, Don, like you did for the birthday song.
Yeah. Because I feel like that's such a strong message. It really is a strong message, especially with spirituality and understanding people. Sometimes you just have to let go. Even if you can't understand it, just let it go.
Yeah. And thank the tears. That's the thing. Thank the tears. Don't be mad at the tears. Thank the tears for going ahead, because you're releasing something and you're moving on to a better place. And you should come out feeling lighter once you let it all go. You may be angry. You might cuss. You might fuss. You might write a letter to that person, cussing and fussing, and let them know exactly how you feel. You might write a love letter to them, letting them know exactly how you feel. Burn it and let it go if you don't want anybody to know it. It's all for your own release, not for anybody else's consumption.
Super.
You'll be fine.
You will. Linda,
Yes,
you have anything to add?
You will. Yes, everything everything, Angie, that you shared, that's what I was picking up. She's going to be fine. It's just a matter of releasing it and moving forward and trying, like you guys said, to let go.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Exactly. All right. Linda, did you see anybody that you caught your attention that we should read? And then
I
what
was
people, if you have a question, let us know. If it's specific or if it's
um,
general, let us know.
I was, to be honest with you, Dawn, I was focusing on Lori on the reading that Angie just gave.
Mhm.
I was resonating with it and understanding the way she was wording it, and so I don't really have anyone at this moment
No problem. No problem.
that I
It's
can
all
see.
good.
Cookie, did you put your question back in there? I think you asked for a general. Lori, while we're waiting on Cookie's question, do you have a daughter that's under 18? I feel like you need to spend some time with her just doing something fun like ice cream at the beach or ice cream and cookies. Like I feel like just a little girl outing for you and your daughter. If I think you have a daughter, or do you have three boys? I feel like you have a daughter and you need to spend some time with her, just kind of like ice cream and cookies. Just do something fun on a one-on-one. Okay, general for Cookie Victoria. Okay. All right. Spring or summer. I don't wait. Oh, I just want to Jennifer. Oh, okay. I feel like individually, Lori, take them out. Like either like take one out and have a day with her and do what she likes to do, and then have another day and do what the other one likes to do. But I feel like you two girls and two boys. Yeah, I feel like you need to do some one-on-one time with them, or just a little family gathering just with them where you all your concentration is on fun, eating, TV, laughter. You all just need to let some of that tension go, because I just feel like it's a balloon just like letting the air out, like, and it's not hard right now. So that's what I feel like for you. All right. And now back
To Cookie.
to Cookie. If you have anything for her, you can go ahead, Linda, while I'm
Okay.
thinking.
So I picked up when there was spring summer mentioned. I picked up on the word traveling, wanting to travel somewhere, taking a trip, enjoying the time.
That is so on point, Miss Linda, because when I first got into her energy, I saw her riding a wave. And so it was a
Yes.
big old
Mhm.
tidal wave, and then it was
Right.
like her on a
Right.
surfboard. And I was going to either say, you're about to have a big transition in your life, and you're using the
Okay.
tidal wave as a mode of transportation to get you somewhere really quickly, or you're planning a vacation. I didn't know which way it was going to be, but I felt like there was some movement happening in our life. But I do
Right.
feel like she needs a vacation. But I also feel like the wave that
Hmm.
I see her riding is an emotional issue that she's trying to push herself through and make it forward past. Like there's
Okay.
some kind of emotional issue that you've been dealing with, because the water is clear, it's not murky, it's daytime, and you're riding the
Right.
wave. So for
Right.
me, the wave is carrying you a far distance faster than some of the other modes of
Hmm.
transportation. So they're getting you from point A to point B, and they're taking you high so you can have a different perspective on the situation and see it from a different level. And then they're going to land you right in the spot where you need to be, so you're ready to hit the ground rolling. Like the wave is going to drop you right onto the sand where you need to be, but you're going to be right in position to just start getting into work. So if you have a new project or a new job that you're about to start, you are ready. You are getting everything that you need so that on day one you're ready to go.
And Cookie did. I don't know how this fits specifically, but for some reason, I'm seeing you singing like in front of a church choir or part of a church choir. Were you part of a church choir, or are you part of a church choir, or do you sing and are you afraid of separating yourself out, and therefore you don't have the confidence to stand out and you want to be part of a group? Because those are the three things that is picking up in my
And
head.
God, I see her very emotional singing, like whatever song she sung, it touched her in a way that she released everything as she sung it. Like, you know how you just kind of get up for one reason, and then, like, sometimes I'll be doing a reading and I'll be like, wow, that really hit home for me, or I felt like they were speaking to me. So I felt like if she was doing this song in front of a choir, it hit her in a personal way, and it was kind of like a release that she needed also.
The facts,
Oh,
yes.
I like that, Jess. I'm sorry, go ahead, Don.
I'm saying facts, yes, and then so they don't have what was the facts, yes. I guess I was just talking. I
I
don't have
think
the.
that was just about the emotional situation
Okay.
and hitting the ground rolling when she
Mhm.
hits the ground. Are you starting a new job, Cookie, or are you wanting to start a new job? She says, I'm scared to stand out singing help. Oh, okay. Let me tell you something. One thing I'm not afraid to be is me. You either gonna like me or you not. I will hit that stage and pop, pop, pop. What? Listen, we're only human. Look, I
Mhm.
may not see some of you ever again. Do you think I care? I don't. I don't. What's the
Yeah.
worst you could say? She can't sing. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a
Angie
lot
and
of
I.
people who can't sing and they have platinum hits
Yep. And Angie and I have actually gone in front of live audiences and done psychic reads in front
with
of.
no practice or nothing. We ain't even talk about it. It was just like, you ready? Go. And we just tag teamed it and it worked out so fine. So
Yep.
sometimes I do understand you not wanting to do it alone, but sometimes where your higher power is taking you, there's not enough room for two or three or four. There's just enough room to get you in there into the place where you need to be. So you can't bring everybody with you. Sometimes you have to go along. And let me tell you how many times my guide had to run me into a brick wall for me to understand. Sometimes it's just you. There's not enough room for you. They would flat out tell me, no, you can't tell Keenan. No, you can't tell nobody. You have to keep it to yourself. And boy, you might as well have to just sew my lips shut because it was just that hard for me to not be able to tell Keena or anybody else because I'm a person that likes to share good news. And sometimes your higher power will test you to see, can you keep this information sacred or to yourself, because it could be leading to something else. It could be testing you for something greater. And so you have to learn how to step out and live your life, not our life. Only one of you is going to pass over and have to answer for what you did here. And not necessarily answer, but have that visual of how you lived your life here. Nobody's going to regret it if you don't pull them forward. You have to move you forward. But the new job, I do feel like you're going to be success. Everything is going to go well. You're going to have a nice rapport with these people. I feel like at your previous job, you may have had a little tension with your coworkers. These are going to be nicer coworkers. They're going to like you. I kind of see potlucks and gifts exchange and balloons and things like that. Festive things that you may be able to do at the company. So I feel like this is going to be a very good thing for you, the new job. And you're going to really like it. And I do see you kind of moving up. Is it a professional job? Because I kind of see you in like a two-piece suit and you're kind of holding your jacket like this, like you're moving up into a more professional position, or you're desiring to move up into a new profession, a more professional experience. But I do see you moving ahead.
So can I add in there, Angie, with the job? I noticed that I'm picking up that there is financial worry. Maybe this new job has something to do with helping that to be successful. I see that, but a message that I'm feeling is the angels are saying, give it to them. It's going to be okay. Don't try not to focus on, oh my gosh, I'm worrying about this or this or this. Um, give it to your guides.
Cookie, you're very flashy, so I see you standing out, like accessorizing your professional look and people just complimenting you all the time. You stand out not because you want to, but just because you're very pulled together and poised and you know how to speak to people and you know how to be professional. But who's the male that I get that is crossed over? He may have smoked a cigar or a cigarette, kind of bearded face here, may have wore a little flat cap, kind of like not like a baseball cap, but more kind of that flat kind of cap that you would pull down. There's a male. Kind of funny. He seems like a smaller built male. Um, Maybe a father. I'm getting the right side. If it's not your father, could it be your grandfather on your mom's side? Because I'm getting a male, an older male, or maybe even an uncle. Oh, your big dad. Okay, your dad. Okay, cool. Because I get this person, and he seems to be really, really funny when he gives, gives advice or gives information. He seems to be and really kind of no nonsense. Like, I mean, 2 + 2 is 4. What else did you think it was gonna be? 5, Cookie. It's only 4. It can't be 5 because it's only 4. Like, he seems to be like a very no nonsense person, and he doesn't bite his tongue about what he's saying, and he's encouraging you, and he's kind of looking at you at all like, who is this person? This isn't who she should be. She should be somebody more and he's trying to push you forward, but you're just kind of the more you get pushed out into the spotlight, the more you try to run back into the shadows. And at this point, they're going to move all the things that you could hide behind, and you're just going to be out there naked in the forest. Not necessarily naked, but in an area where you can't hide anything, and you have to just be you, and people will accept you as you are. You don't need anybody else's you don't need anybody else's um, approval, you know? He knows that you miss him. What's with the TV shows? Did you guys used to watch Westerns, or did he used to watch Westerns? He's kind of showing me like an old TV that would have been sitting on a stand. And then it's kind of like black and white. So I'm thinking like Westerns or something that was older that you guys would have watched together or that he enjoyed watching. And is there something about TV dinners? What's with the TV dinners? And was there something wrong? And I don't ask you 5,000 questions. And was there something wrong with his voice when he left? Because he's scratching me here. So was there something wrong with his throat or his voice when he passed on? Y'all watched all the time together. Okay. So he's showing me all these things. These things are for you for me to validate for you that he's here and that this is actually him. What's with the throat? Was there something wrong with his throat when he left? Could he not talk to you when he left? He says, I heard you. So were you there when he passed? Because he says, I heard you. Oh, y'all used to eat TV dinners. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I love it. He's showing me all that. Did you tell him were you with him when he passed? He smoked cigarettes. Okay, okay, cool. And were you with him when he passed? Because he said, I heard you. Did you tell him you loved him? Is that why he's saying that? He couldn't speak. Okay, cool. I see that. Yep, that's the throat thing. And you were there. And did you say I love you before he passed? Because he wants you to know he heard you. And I feel like once he passed, you kind of threw your body onto his, and you were just praying and screaming. And he he felt your pain and sorrow, because it's kind of like him having a bird's eye view of it and feeling your sorrow. And he's like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And he's patting you on your back, but you're just so out of sorts. But he wants you to know he heard everything you said. He heard your prayers. He heard everything you did. He realized it. And what's with the suit? Was there a red flower on his lapel on his suit? What's with the red flower that's on the black suit? Because I feel like he liked the way that you laid him to rest. Is that true that there was a red flower on a black suit? And then he's showing me like you on a tricycle, like he's showing me the stages of your life where he watched you grow up. And he's like, my little girl is a grown woman. It's my daughter seeing him hugging me when I was okay, good. He was buried. Yeah, okay, he was buried. He's showing me everything. He's pleased. He's letting you know he's not gone. He's just not here physically. He's still living his life with you every single day. What is his birthday about to come up? Because I see a cake. When I see a cupcake or a cake, it's a birthday. Is his birthday or an anniversary about to come up? And he wants you to celebrate with something that he used to eat. Did he like German chocolate cake? Because I feel like that's what he's showing me is German chocolate cake. And does the TV come on sometimes by mistake or something happen with the TV? I feel like that's him trying to get you to know it's not the TV glitching out. It's him in the TV or operating the TV. Cookie, you better type faster than that.
I know how it goes. It's like 10 million ideas in our heads. It's got to be.
I got unfolds. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. And I know I asked 5,000 questions. But I like your dad's energy. He's a quiet man, but he loved hard, and he was a very respectable man in the community. I feel like chocolate cake. I'll say that's what the dark is. He loved it, and you didn't like it. Oh, he wants you to do something in memory of him. Like he wants you to have cake or something, or like our loved ones want us to remember. I hear Al Green, and that's him. Yes, the TV. Okay, that's him flicking the TV. Because he wants you to know he's around. And it seems to be when you're in a bad mood or when you're feeling kind of low for that day, it's him saying, hey, cheer up, Buttercup. Kind of like, him in his own ways telling you to cheer up, to get your spirits up. I feel like he was the type of person that would give you a joke if you were feeling bad, or just say like a dad joke to make you feel better. He's very, very likable, easy breezy, not a lot of drama. And you guys were his pride and joy. Is it just you, or is it you and a brother? I feel like there's a male energy. I feel like there's a little boy that he's telling me about. So do you have a brother too? Or do you have a son? Because he's showing me a male. Bad
NJ
mood.
picked up.
Yeah.
NJ
I'm
picked up
sorry.
on it. I'm sorry. I picked up on an uncle that was a favorite uncle because of the energy.
See? Oh, he gave you the name Cookie. Cookie Lou. I like that. Okay. And do you have an uncle that's also passed on? Because Miss Linda's getting the energy of an uncle. A brother. Yes, your little brother. Okay,
Okay.
so he's showing me a little brother too. Okay.
Okay.
He's asking, are you looking out for your little brother? Like, are you keeping him turned the right way? Like, he keeps showing me your brother turning the wrong way and somebody needing to turn him back around. So are you keeping your brother, or have you tasked yourself with trying to keep your brother on a straight and narrow? Oh, favorite uncle, Miss Linda. You're right. Yeah. Uncle Sam. Well, isn't that nice? Both of them came in. Was it your dad's brother? Because I feel a familiarity. Like, I feel like they really knew each other. So is this your dad's brother or your mom's brother? Okay, he's showing me your little brother. Yeah, he's showing me you trying to turn him around. And I think what he's saying is, don't stress yourself out. He has to live his life and get his 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 wounds and bruises just the same way you have to get your wounds and bruises. So, like, you can give him the advice, but it's not your job to save him. You don't have to. You can't make him do what you want him to do anyway. You can give him the advice, and he has to make the choice. Just like we giving you this information, you could leave off of here and be like, whatever, I don't care what this lady is saying. You have to give the advice. Like, you can give the advice, he just has to decide whether he's going to take it or not. Your mom's brother. Okay, but he was okay, because I felt a closeness, but it was diagonal and it wasn't side by side, so I didn't know if it was okay. That's okay, that makes sense. You're not doing too good yourself, he said. And why not? You're super smart. Are you should you be doing something with accounting or math? Because he's showing me accounting. Is that what you should be doing, or what you thought you were going to be and you're not doing it? Because he's showing me that you have the professionalism to make good money. You're just selling yourself short, but he's showing me accounting. And the little brother may have a baby on the way.
Oh,
And she's not the best mother. She's not the best baby mama. You thought you were going to do accounting. Okay, so he's showing me you have the skills but for some reason you're not doing it. That could be very good money for you. He's showing it to me. What either and let me make sure that's your dad and not just your higher power. But I get you. You should be in accounting. That's the direction that you should be going in. You're kind of wasting your talents. But that's all I got, because your family could go on and on. I feel like your grandmama about to come in. You just about to have a whole parade. So I'm just gonna move.
super.
Oh, about you being pregnant. I feel like no. I feel like your brother is about to have a baby with someone. Yeah, and I feel like the person he's hooking up with may not be the best. She may be good for a good time, but not a long time. Hi, Natalie. All right, Miss Cookie, I'm gonna have to go because your family is strong. They coming in like a family reunion.
If anybody has a question, again, give us a specific question or just say general, and we'll go from there. Let us know you're still here and you have a question.
And thank you, Cookie, for allowing us to be in that energy and for being so patient. You're in the chat. I've seen you before, and thank you for being so patient. I like that. And so nice. And come back. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. So Natalie asked for a message. Miss Linda, do you have anything for Miss Natalie at all?
Miss Natalie. Miss Natalie, I'm seeing that there's worry for something that's happening in your life at this time. And it has to do with a family member. Miss Angie, that's all I'm really resonating with.
You said you see a conflict with family. Is
Family
that what you said,
member.
Miss Linda?
Yes, ma'am.
That makes sense because what they
That's
showed me
something
was
that.
her walking over a bridge, like a bridge made out of logs, but it's kind of like one of those kind of swingy bridges that's not really stable and you're walking over water. So I
Yes.
can't see the emotional
Yes.
situation, but there is something that you're walking over and you're tiptoeing on it. So for me, that's kind of tiptoeing like on eggshells around something and
Yes.
trying to move
Mm-hmm.
on past it without causing a big problem.
Right.
So I'm getting
Right.
that.
And there's concern about it. Right. Worry about it.
And you get more family. I get a male. Is there a male? It could be a brother or some kind of sibling or something like that. But I get a male energy that you're having the conflict with, and maybe a younger person. Are you fighting over
Yes.
family assets, uh, uh, Natalie? Are you fighting over family assets? Definitely, Jess. It could be. I feel like this person is alive that you're having a conflict with, and it's a male, and I feel like you're. It seems like you're fighting over family assets. You said you're not fighting over family assets, or you're not in a, or you're. We asked 50 questions and you just put no in there. So do you? I don't know, Donna. Are you getting anything from Miss
Um,
Natalie?
um,
Or
Angie, I'm
no?
sorry. Angie, I'm picking up that it is a family member, but I'm picking up that Natalie, there's been discussion with this person. I don't really pick up on the male energy. It's someone younger. I did pick up on
She
that.
says she's worried about her brother, so
That
you're right.
right. There's no agreement there.
I feel like when you two talk or when you two discuss, it can easily go left. Like you could be like, "Hey, how was your day? It was good." What you mean it was good? You don't think my day was good? My day was good too. And just the simplest thing as hello turns into an argument, so you're kind of tiptoeing around it. That's why I see you walking on that bridge that's unstable because you never know what the situation is going to be. Kinda. I did get that it was a male and that it was a younger. So she said it's her brother. Um,
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's a situation where you can't make an adult or you can't make a person do what they don't want to do. You can provide the advice, but they have to decide how they want to move forward. I am getting something about career. What's going on in your career? Are you looking for a new job? Did you just interview for a new job? Because I feel a new job. Like I feel you walking out of the door, and when you walk out, you're leaving for good. Like you have a cart with you and you're pulling all your belongings with you, but then you walk right into something else. So I don't feel like there's any time in between that you're unemployed. For me, you walked right out of one situation and into something better because this is an old building and this is a brand new building that is more modernized. So I feel like you're moving up in the world either. And I don't know that it's a new career, but I do feel like it's a new place of employment because you're leaving one place and going to another. But usually when they show me one building to another, it is a new career. So I do feel like there are some things that are going to happen in your career or in your money making area that is new and is going to give you like more joy. I don't feel like you're happy in whatever it is that you're doing now. It's kind of just like, oh, well, time to make the donuts. And you're just not really pleased with everything that you're doing. Oh, it's not with you, it's with his significant other. So your brother is having issues with his significant other. Well, what are you going to do about that? Like, you can't really, what you going to do? Break up the relationship? Hey, Pam. Did
Hey,
you
Miss
did you
Pam, good
comment
to see
about the drive? Miss Natalie, listen, you're gonna have to put more than yes. I need to know what that yes is. Yes, I got a new job. Yes, my brother and his girlfriend. Yes, I'm getting a new career. Like I need to know what the yes is to.
you. She says, I have to stay out of it and just support him.
Exactly. You can't live his life. You can't make him do anything he wants to do. But back to the career thing. Are you starting a new job? Yes, we can play mediator all we want, but you can't make the decision for them and it doesn't always help. Let them figure it out. Of course, you can pray for your brother to find clarity. That's what you can do. Help my brother to
So,
find clarity or to find a reasonable ground with this person.
Angie, I'm picking up that regarding the job situation. Um, there's so much focus on the brother, on what's happening there in that relationship, that the job may not be moving us forward as Natalie wants.
You're not starting a new job or you're not looking for a new job because I definitely see you leaving your old place of employment and going to something new. So if you haven't done it, is it something you're considering or maybe this is your guides telling you because you asked for a general and this is your guide and I asked for your highest and greatest. And so this is your spirit guides telling you that it's time to move on because you're clearly walking out of this building with all of your belongings into another situation. So maybe it's something that you should be considering or that maybe you've thought about and just haven't moved forward. Your health is what I'm picking up on. So you don't work? Is
Oh,
that what you're saying at all? You don't work at all and you're not looking for work? Because I didn't get anything about health. This was clearly career.
no. Hmm. That's what I got.
I don't really get anything. No, you're not looking for anything at this time. Okay, well then that's it. That's all I got. Because everything they're showing me is about the new job, and you're saying no. So you asked for a job about, you asked for a general. Your higher power is showing me that you're ready to move on, and you're saying no. So this is you getting the information from your higher power and saying nope.
So Angie, this is for Natalie for the future. It will be happening in the future. This decision.
Hi, Candace. All right. Well, who's next? I think what was her name? Gosh, I don't even remember now. Oh, Client Easy. What was your question? Y'all just keep saying I'm here. I don't know what your question is, and I'm not scrolling back. I'm sorry, I'm old and I just don't feel like it.
Remember, we used to call client DZ client KC? Because my mind, every time I would call him that, and it's like, it's like, and you made it, it is client easy, but for some reason I was client KC. And I was like, I always used to say that. I remember they've been around a long time.
Exactly.
Client Casey, are you still here? And do you have a question? Again, let us know. You got me stuck with that Bonnie Raitt song. You can't make me love you if you want. I'm like, it's stuck in my head. It's like keeps playing over and over. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Angie did, and it looks good. I like the colors in it. Like Natalie was saying, you changed your hair.
I did. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? I like the color. I wasn't sure that I was gonna like it, but I do like it. It's a ginger.
Yeah, those highlights look good. I think they look good.
She said, "What was the spirit knocking on her house today?" Who said that? Who asked about a spirit knocking on their house today?
Oh, Client KC, is that
Like,
what she was saying?
is that what she asked about? Are you still here, Casey? Oh, what was the spirit knocking on my door today? It's way down there where Cookie talked about her uncle at like 1933. What
Okay.
was the spirit that was knocking on my house today? Are you here? I heard opportunity knocking. Anytime a spirit knocks on my door, knocks on my house, is opportunity knocking. That just happened to me a couple days ago. I woke up from a dream and I heard, and I was like, what? And it was like, actually, it was a phone ringing. I heard the phone ringing this time. I have heard opportunity knocking, but I heard the phone ringing and I heard opportunity calling. So if you heard knocking on your door, that's opportunity calling you. That's opportunity knocking on your door, calling you out, coming to get you because obviously you are not, or to prepare you for an opportunity that is about to come or some kind of offer that is about to be made to you. Sometimes you can actually hear it. Like I said, I woke up and I heard a phone ringing in my ear, but there was nothing ringing in my reality. And then I was like, wait a minute, what? And I heard opportunity calling. I verbally heard the words opportunity calling. I've also had people knock. I also heard knocking in a dream, and they said it was opportunity knocking. So you can sometimes get that physical confirmation of something that is to come.
No, woodpecker's a woodpecker. That's very different.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Is that the same thing for hearing a woodpecker?
Yeah.
I mean, unless are you saying that the knocking sounded like a woodpecker and you didn't see a woodpecker,
I see that
or
might be
did
what
you
they're saying.
actually get a woodpecker knocking on your house? Because just any knocking sound that gets your attention is usually opportunity knocking or something. Or you can just ask, "Who is that?"
While we're waiting, is it is there an Ellen or a Helen who has a brother named Eddie? If that is the case, if there's somebody in here, let me know. Okay, an Ellen or Helen brother Eddie.
That is true, Jess, because even tonight in just the reading that we did with Cookie, her dad was trying to come through. He messed with the TV. He sent her songs. There's all kinds of different ways that our loved ones come through. We just have to be open to them. Smelling their cologne, smelling a cigar, tasting a certain food. All of those are ways that our loved ones say, "Hey, I'm still here. I'm trying to get in contact with you."
Mhm.
But I don't even know that client Casey's still here because she hasn't responded anymore.
No, I think they must have left. Yeah. Again, if you're here, folks, and you're interested, let us know you are here by letting us have a question. Do, 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 do. Knock, knock, knocking on
Oh,
heaven.
Sheil Nova asked for a reading. So Miss Linda, you can go ahead and get started on Miss Sheil Nova. I'm gonna run and get me some water.
Um, Shield Nova, a general. So, Dawn, I'm not picking up any energy from Shield Nova for a general reading.
Shield Nova, are you male or female? Because I'm Angie implied female, but I'm picking up male energy. Um, are you male or female? I'm picking up male energy, and if not, I want to know why. What's going on there? Absolutely. Again, this is for you, Shield Nova. We're talking about you right now, actually.
So, right now, Dawn, by you sharing
Mhm.
that, what came to mind was I see armor, body armor, like in the night
Mhm.
ages. A picture of that, like a shielding from something. When you said male energy, it just popped
Mhm.
in. Seeing the person in that.
It is male. Okay, I was picking that energy up. Yeah, because I was, yeah, just making sure. That's good. And you are defensive. You have a defensive posture with you because again, Linda picked up the same thing I did. There's a defensive posture. What's going on? Again, I'm getting this energy that again, you
Okay.
feel under attack, or you feel kind of like unprotected, or you feel vulnerable. There's something going on there.
I think he remembered, if I'm not mistaken, he said something about a relationship where the female was being unreasonable, or his child's mom is being unreasonable.
Oh, okay, okay, and that's why the defensive posture is up because it's like, yeah, okay,
Okay.
and that would be the
Okay.
armor that you're picking up, Linda. Hmm.
Okay. Um, I'm picking up have confidence with whatever's going on in that relationship.
Hmm. Oh no, Jess, you're good. You're good. Just anytime you have something to add, for sure. Um, and he said, "Yes, I feel very vulnerable." Hmm. And it's interesting because okay, so Shield Nova, you're just I've also again along with that I feel very worn out. Okay, so you're kind of like I'm done. I'm
Right.
just worn, and that's why the
Right.
vulnerability because you were ready to fight at one point. You had the fight in you, and now you're just like I don't have it anymore. I don't have it, and so sometimes we sometimes it's not bad. Sometimes it's not bad to kind of pull back and just kind of go into defensive posture and recalculate and get your energy. And so know that that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, that's how I see it. Know that it sometimes can be beneficial because it helps you to recalibrate your thinking because sometimes we're so in the moment that we kind of lose the complete picture and perspective because we're just so much focused here. And so use this opportunity to kind of reassess, to reassess and to understand exactly the position you're in and understand your how you can maneuver forward through this. Take that opportunity. God, I'm tired all of a sudden. So you must be tired because again I'm picking up the tired and it's like I was yawning just then and I haven't been yawning all night. So this is like wow, I feel it.
Who walked away, Shield Nova? Did you walk away and she still has feelings, or is this kind of like a punishment? Because I get a nun slapping you on the hand as like a punishment. So did you, who walked away, and is this her kind of punishing you because maybe she still has feelings for you and doesn't know how to express that? Because I don't feel like she was so ready to walk away. And so maybe this is just kind of a payback. Because you just don't understand, like you seem to be bewildered as to why are we going through this, like why are we having such a difficult relationship? This doesn't make sense to you in your frame of mind as a rational adult. Why we're even arguing over something is like, why does she, and is there kids involved? Because I feel like it's meaningless stuff that you're arguing over. I bought her a pink backpack, she wanted a purple backpack, and so now it's a big argument over a purple backpack. Like it seems to be little things that are blown way out of proportion. See, she initiated the divorce and you
Mm-hmm.
took her up on the offer. I feel like, and I have friends who've done this, they've walked away hoping that he would chase, and he did not chase. He felt like, I'm free. And so he ran like a dog
Mm-hmm.
that's been caged in the backyard, that's been chained in the backyard to the fence. And so this may be a situation where she brought up the conversation to see where you were going with it, or to see if you would chase her, and you didn't chase. She was like, well, hey, if you want to go, I can't make you love me. And so you walked on, but she didn't think that that's going to be. You would be surprised how many people do that. Tell you they're going to walk away, make all the preparation, or actually walk away hoping you would chase. And then when you don't, now they're mad and they're being mean to you because they initiated an action that they really weren't ready for. They just wanted you, they wanted to bring some life out of you. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. I get that she's just being a little bit spiteful right now and she wanted you to fight a little bit
Right.
more for her. Like to like a lot of times we want in our sorry, we want you to come back needing us more than we needed you, or just feeling like we're the catch. And not necessarily just women, but the other party wanting to feel like they were the catch and you had to come groveling back to them. And when you didn't, now it went from wanting you to chase to being angry and wanting to kind of get back at you.
Shield Nova, was there a death, either natural or by suicide, of a female that kind of, if you look at the timing of it, it could have maybe played into some of these emotional upheaval because, again, the family had to deal with it or you had to deal with it. I'm picking up an older woman, again, an older woman energy, not an older woman, not old, but anyway, a woman energy who's on the other side. But it's like, I'm wondering why they're here because they're here. Again, did you lose somebody or did she lose somebody that kind of put them in a spiral? So that's, they're kind of like, they kind of felt the loss and they couldn't deal with it. And so they took it out. They took it out on everybody. It's kind of like everybody got the chaff. The chaff. It's like when the explosion happens, the chaff. This is like that's what happened. Is like they because I feel again like a female loss, and so there was an older woman who passed, a woman who passed, and that kind of set off these things and set these things in motion. Was there a passing of someone?
That's good. Good suggestion, Jess. Find your peace within the chaos, Shield Nova. And sometimes you just have to do that. Like, listen, I feel like the tower is crumbling around us in this US. I'm just like, Lord, help the child. But I'm maintaining my peace. And I think my guides do because they know that I'll be like, listen, I'll be like from zero to have mercy on my soul in a minute, right? So they kept preparing me. I pull cards for myself and I say, what should Angie focus on today? And they say on where you want to be, on your future state. And they keep saying it over and over and over. Not on today, not on yesterday, not on what you don't have, what you just where you want to be, where you see yourself. And every single morning, I see myself going to that car, going to that job, doing that activity. And every single day, I get a little bit more good news, just a little bit of any kind of good news.
Good night, Miss Bonnie. Sleep well.
Good night, Miss Bonnie.
Thank you, Bonnie, for the message.
Yeah, you don't be surprised, Shield Nova, if you find out that there was I feel there's a passing, and it's a female, and it kind of like it started some of this energy, and it wasn't she wasn't able to kind of funnel it through, and it just kind of everybody was kind of retaliated with, and it's kind of unfortunate in my opinion. So the thing is, she's moved on through her relationship. So it's why I'm a bit perplexed on how she's behaving towards me.
Let me tell you, Shield Nova, when I say I have a direct example of this situation, this girl and this guy were high school sweethearts. And so they went together all through high school. They got married. Their relationship, she kept thinking that he was controlling, he was this, he was that, he wasn't. He was a very good person. I knew him personally, and because I'm friends with his cousin. So I knew he was a good guy. She suggested a divorce. They went to counseling. She suggested a divorce. He said, okay, they got divorced. He moved on, married somebody else. They're having a fabulous life because he's a great guy. She moved on, went through a series of guys who were garbage and was mad because she didn't realize how good of a thing she had. So now she's all mean and ornery toward him, but she got what she wanted and she's now realizing she didn't appreciate what she had. He's moved on. He's had children with this new person. Like, she didn't want children. She didn't want this. She didn't want that. She was a very unreasonable person. He's moved on, living his life like it's golden, and she is in misery and she is mad at him all the time. Everything is was some kind of tug of war until we realize she's mad that she gave up a good thing. Or she realized too late how good she had it. And now there's nothing she can do because you've moved on and you're living a fabulous life.
Mm-hmm. And that happens more often than people might think.
more often than not.
Exactly. You never know what you got until it's gone.
Cat with a top hat smiles. Jesus Christ. Put put your question in the chat.
It's okay.
Cat with the top hat smiles. You gave us a great laugh. I love that. Thank you very much.
Can you imagine having to type that often?
Cheryl Ann, what did you ask? Cheryl Ann asked for a reading. She said, "May I have a reading, please? And thank you coming through for anything coming through." So Cheryl Ann, I'll go ahead and
And
start with you. Or Miss Linda, you can go ahead if you got something, Miss Cheryl Ann.
Cheryl Ann. Um, Cheryl Ann, there is something that is concerning to Cheryl Ann having to do with there. I see children. Children are involved. 2, 3 children. And I see them running through grass in a field, and there's a little bit of uncontrolling there. Something that's bothering her. Hmm. That's a tough one, Angie. But I do see kids running through grass. Maybe having concerns for raising the children, and I'm not quite sure her own children or someone's children, someone that she watches over possibly has concern for them. Is that Sherilyn? Is that a
She does
possibility?
have 3 children. Once she'll know. I have one quick question to ask, and if this is a no, you can just go ahead and leave. But if it's a yes, can you stick around till we finish Cheryl Ann? Are you having a custody battle with this lady? Because I see the courtroom. I see the courtroom if you are, and if you do, if that's true, stick around. If not, then you can go. But Miss Cheryl Ann says she does have 3 children. They're
Children,
her cousin's children.
cousins, children. Yes, and there's concern for them. She's very concerned about it. The way they're being raised.
She said there are is 3 adult children.
So maybe I don't know why grandchildren came to mind. Um,
Oh.
child, does that make
Is there
sense?
substance abuse in the family? Because I get a little like there seems to be a lot of different pots of landmines to kind of walk through. Like I get kind of family drama, and I feel like there's a landmine here, there's a landmine here, and you're
Right,
kind of tiptoeing through the map of the family
right.
so that you don't set anybody off or push any buttons. But I do feel like there's a little bit of conflict, and I do get a little bit of substance abuse. Is that true? Somewhere in the family, there's substance abuse. Hey,
That part.
Brittany Kiddo.
Hey, Brittany.
She had the baby, right, Don?
She did. Hmm.
Send us a picture of that beautiful baby. And what was her name, Brittany? If you don't mind telling us. If you do mind telling us, then don't put it in there. Just send it to Don, and one day when he checks his email, we'll get Wait, Don, have you mailed that book yet?
Yeah. No, I haven't. I've got to do that. Sorry, Brittany.
That's okay. The USPS is not delivering China mail, so it must have went to China and now it hasn't made it back. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, but I will get to it. I promise, Brittany. I've got to get to it. The stack of my to-do list has shrunk. That's a good thing. So I'm getting there.
Okay, so you're saying there was no substance abuse that you know of, but is there family drama? I kind of get some family drama along with Miss Linda,
Yeah,
but there seems to be,
like
yeah, like
chaos.
just a whole bunch of things that is going on at once. And you're trying to be a
Right.
little bit on this person, this person, this person. Like each person has their own situation. And I do get some little. So of the 3 adult children, somebody has a little girl and somebody has a little boy, but I don't feel like the same person has the little girl and the little boy. I have a daughter who's trying to get pregnant. I see a little girl and a little boy, but I don't feel like they have the same parent. And I feel like they may already be born, but I do get a little girl and a little boy. One in like, they keep showing me like in pink, and one has on pink shorts, pink or purple shorts. So I figure that's a girl, and maybe the red shorts is a little boy. And they're outside playing in water. Like they're having a good time in the summer. So
Yeah.
are there currently littles?
10, I want to say 10, 11.
Yeah.
That's
They
coming
don't
to
feel
mind.
like small. They do feel like that
Mhm.
tween area.
A little bit between, yeah.
You have a daughter that's trying to get pregnant. Is your daughter changing her diet because she's trying to get pregnant? Because I feel like she's eating carrots and she's just not enjoying them. Like she's trying to incorporate more vegetables. She's trying to be healthier physically and mentally. So is she changing a lot of things in her diet in order to try to get pregnant? I feel like she's drastically making a lot of changes in order to try. My cousin's kids are 16 and 18.
Okay. Okay.
Then those aren't okay, the 18-year-old is an adult, but well, you said there's three. Where's the? Oh, Lord, help the child.
So I'm kind of confused. Because I see younger. For some reason, there's younger children involved, and I do understand that cousins' kids, but I'm not seeing maybe that older. It's younger.
Is your daughter married and does the husband have a beard? If that's true, and I feel like it's kind of a reddish color beard or something like that, like it stands out his beard. Pretty good, kind of a burly guy, and I feel like he if that's him, like if the guy that I'm describing is the husband, I do see them having a little girl first. Actually,
And
oh, I'm sorry.
Cheryl,
Go ahead.
I'm
No, go
sorry.
ahead, Miss Lou.
I'm sorry. The three adult children. Do they have children that are maybe younger?
One of her daughters is trying to get pregnant. I'm wondering when she says she has three adult children, is the daughter her biological daughter, and then the other two her cousin's children? Is that what you're saying? Her son has a nice beard.
I don't know.
What? Yeah, when I say a big guy, I mean like broad shoulder big guy. Not necessarily that he's a fluffy guy. He's just a bigger, wider guy. Like his presence is known. He has a wider
Mhm.
statue and he has a beard. Are you saying he doesn't have a beard? Wait, Natalie's saying her son has a beard. Where did you see that on? Am I looking at that? Because what I see is this guy and this girl, and they're holding a baby girl. So if this is your no, oh, you have three kids, one girl and two boys. Okay. Then why did we bring up the cousins' kids at all? Why were they brought into the story? Because initially Miss Linda asked you about kids, and then you said your cousin's kids. Why did we bring the cousin up at all? He doesn't have a beard. Then this isn't them. Then that's not the energy that I am. Because the person that I see is a tall male, nice big stature. He has a beard. He's holding the daughter. He's holding the little girl, and then the wife is coming over to kiss him, and play with the little girl. So that's the family that I see.
So did you adopt your cousin's children and now they're yours?
Oh, you're worried about your
Okay.
cousin's kid, not your kid. So she has one girl and two
Okay.
boys, but
Okay.
those are the kids that she's worried about. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I was
Okay.
trying to figure out what
Okay.
was meant by that because I was reading the.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you worried about your daughter getting pregnant also? Because that could be a different worry, not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of times we think of worry as a bad thing. Worry could just be us overly analyzing a situation. No, very close to it. Okay. then I don't know, because all they keep showing me is this little family that's going on. So I don't know. Maybe this isn't your energy that I'm pulling in. Unless that situation is your son. Does your son have a beard? And is he kind of a bigger guy? Not necessarily a fluffier guy, but a bigger, like a wide, like not a small or medium build, a kind of a larger build. And does he have a little girl?
So she mentioned, Angie, yes, my youngest has a beard.
Okay.
So I'm getting.
So maybe that's his family if he's the one with the beard and he has a little
Right.
girl. But yes, but not married yet. Well, you do know that you can have a kid and you don't have to be married.
Mm-hmm.
He has no kids. Then this totally isn't your family.
Okay.
Then I just don't know what it is.
Right.
I was hoping
Right.
that it
Well,
was for to come, like your daughters to come, like they were showing me your daughter future state, like a year from now, because the little girl is a big girl. She can communicate. So I assume she's a year or two old. So I thought they were showing me future state that this would be your daughter and her husband, or your daughter and her spouse, or her husband in the future, raising this kid. But that's okay. Because all of the energy that I'm getting is about other people. I'm not getting any energy about you. It's about your concerns about other people. So you're very concerned about your loved ones in your family. I don't get any energy about you. And
right. Right.
so maybe everything in your life is peaceful. But I did feel like your
Mm-hmm.
daughter was going to have a little girl. But if you're saying that that's not the husband, although he could grow a beard in the future, I don't know. Come back and tell us when your daughter's pregnant, because I do think it's going to be a girl. And by then, it may be her husband.
And she has two girls and a
Could be.
boy, correct?
I thought she said one boy, one girl, and two boys. Let me see.
Is it one girl
I
and
have
two boys?
3 kids, one girl and 2 boys.
Okay.
And her youngest is a boy, I think.
So
It's not
Cheryl,
that we can't read you. We can. We just
Oh,
getting what you're concerned about.
right.
and so Cheryl, is one of your sons married? None of them are married.
Well, that youngest one, she said he wasn't married, and he's the one with the beard. She said no,
Yeah.
he's not married and no kids. So
Okay, because I'm seeing I'm seeing wedding bells and nuptials, and when you were talking about the kids, so the one that's 30 years old has married. Is that what you're saying? I'm confused. You said yes, 30. I want to
I'm.
know. Help me out here. When you type in, you type yes, no. Let us know what the yes and no means. So none of the kids are married, but you have a boy who's 30, and then you have a younger son who has a beard, and that's not the older son. Hey, Summer, welcome in. Good to see you in. Hello to you too. Um, just trying to figure this out. Anyway, I'm seeing nuptials. I'm seeing nuptials. I'm seeing wedding bells. I'm seeing, and again, if it didn't recently happen, it's going to be happening. And I see, yeah, I see something about that. But again, it's the son, not the daughter, and it's a son, not the daughter.
and I see their family with their kid.
Yeah.
And I see kids,
Oh,
younger kids.
I see. I okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My youngest is 30. My oldest is 33. My daughter is married and she's 33. My youngest is 30 and he is the one with the beard. So your daughter is married. Okay. But I was picking up son for some reason. I was picking up
I
that older.
kept saying it's a that I kept saying it's your daughter's husband. So in the future, when they have the child, maybe he'll grow a beard. I see him with a beard, not that he has to have one right now, but I feel like when I see him, it's in the future, it's a beard, and I do feel like it's your daughter's first daughter.
Yeah. Well, I was well, yeah. I just the energy no, forget it. No, forget it. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just time will tell. My time will tell on this one. So yeah.
I feel like my energy was about the daughter and her husband and their child to come
Mhm.
because they are actively trying to make a baby. And that's the energy that I was concentrating on because they were showing me her changing her diet and eating better and trying to be healthy. So that's who I feel like I saw, the husband and the wife and the child.
Mhm. So who is next, Miss Angie or Miss Linda? Who are you drawn to next?
Let's check here. Did anyone else ask for general?
Misty Butler is asking you a question, Don.
Okay, Misty, click. Oh, Misty, I owed you one, didn't I? Because I think when we finished a live stream last, I told you I owed you one. Is that what we're? Let me put my eyeballs on so I can read. Lord have mercy. Yes, exactly. Yes, Missy. Because Misty, yeah, because we I owed it to you because we ran out of time and I was drawn to you and I had told you I would. So yes, thank you for reminding me. And I'm glad I actually always pretty much remind when I saw your name. So that's good. So Misty, what is it that do you have a specific or do you have a specific question to ask us or a general?
And
Yes.
Jamila, if you say in the chat, what is it that you want to know? Are you just telling us that you lost your job, or are you wanting to know what your future prospects will be around a job? Because I really feel like in less than 18 calendar days, or by the 18th, you'll have a new job or at least a new job offer because they're showing me an 18 circled on the calendar, but they're not showing the month. So I feel like by the 18th of this month or in 18 days, you'll have a new job.
And you know what, Jamila, this is going to be better. I felt like this is a good thing, not a bad thing. This is an opportunity instead of an obstacle. So take it as that. This is going to this you're gonna this is a good thing. It's meant to be. Okay.
I saw your question, Summer Dawson. You asked if any of your passed on loved ones are here, and none of them has spoken up at the time, so I don't get any energy of it. A lot of times, once we like, if we're like most of the readings we've done tonight, we were doing a general reading, and then the loved one came through. We didn't specifically start with the loved one, so none of your loved ones have popped up as of now. So if someone does pop in, we'll let you know.
Misty, I got some ugly cards for you. You're going through some mess right now, and you're going through some. Just it's. I got the upside down Ten of Cups, which is the opposite of happiness and things, and I also have the Three of Swords. I mean, it's just these cards suck. I don't mean to be brutal, but look at this. This is gosh, this is just.
Look, God, shuffle the deck. Oh.
I know four of Pentacles. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Um,
So money
what's
issues.
happening? What's happening, Misty? I mean, because I'm getting some. I'm getting. I mean, just really, and it's interesting. I've not felt this kind of. It just.
And I also kind of get somebody coming through like snatching your money as soon as you get it, snatching your money as soon as you.
Yeah.
Do you owe money to like the IRS or something like that? Like I feel like you've had a series of
Setbacks.
financial setbacks,
Yeah.
and you're just kind of like, what way should I go? And then the economy now, or what's going on in the world, is putting more fear in you. So you're operating in Five of Cups, which is everything that I lost versus what I still have.
Yeah. And I feel like you feel like it's like every time you step forward, you're pushed back. So it's like this feel of push pull and drudgery. Misty, are you hearing this? Does it because this is you, Misty, we're talking about. Does this resonate with you? Because I definitely feel it. Oh my gosh.
And Jamila, I feel like we're tag teaming. Are you a nurse, Jamila? Because I feel like a nurse hat, or do you do something in the church where you're where you act in a role of like a nurse or some kind of situation where you are? Because I see you in a nursing situation. To be sure, we don't do love reading, so we're not going to tell you how somebody else feels about you, but we can't give you a general. Misty Butler
Oh
said she lost her mom.
Yeah, no, I felt, yeah, because those cards were, I am not surprised. Those cards were very heavy that way. And when I felt that energy, I figured I needed to draw the cards just to kind of give me some confirmation. Yeah, I can understand, Misty. Misty, I absolutely understand, and that's why the Ten of Cups. I mean, the world turned upside down for you, and it's and just the dagger to the heart, the three there. The father's already gone, and so the mom was the last of the parents. Is that right, Misty? Wow. So sorry to hear. My condolences to your family and you as well. Wow, that's yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like you're about to have a springboard because I feel like you're bouncing up and down in the same spot just out of not wanting to stop and feel the emotion, like you're kind of staying busy. So they show me you jumping up and down. And I feel like that wanting to stay in motion, that wanting to get out of this is going to propel you over some of the sadness and you're going to make it through because I just get like you're about to be springboarded into something new, into something better. What's with Colorado or something? Are you trying to move to a new state or to somewhere else? Because they're showing me mountains, which feel like Colorado, but I feel like you're trying to move somewhere. You just don't know where to go. You don't know where to. Like it's kind of like pick that up, no, put that down. Pick that up, no, put that down. Put that over there. Like you're so turned around, you don't know what to do and where to go. You're trying to put A where B go and B where C go. Like you're off a little bit and you're trying to get back on track.
Yeah, and I was picking up. It's interesting when you were picking up. I was picking up pines and spruces because I was picking it up before you even said anything. And I was thinking I was picking up pines and spruces in cold weather. So Misty, do you live in cold weather, or are you thinking of, or did she come from cold weather, or are you going to bury her in cold in this is cold weather?
Your mic is a little muffled, Don. What was that last part?
Oh, I was wondering if they were going to
That's
if they
good.
were going to bury her in a cold place where it's a colder environment, or whether they are from that. Because I was picking up the same thing, and again, the spruces and the pines.
She says she's going on vacation in Vegas. Okay, because I got the mountains. Like I feel like you're going somewhere. There you go.
That ain't spruces and pines unless it's Taos. I mean, is it Taos? Is that what the name? No, not Taos. Tahoe. Lake. No, Tahoe. Is that right?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
but I do see you kind of flying over, and I don't get that in just as you taking a trip. I feel like you're going to be rejuvenated, or you're going to be um allowed to just be propelled forward, like where you should have been, and you'll get out of this horrible financial situation that you're in. I feel like things are gonna pick up.
She's in Tennessee. The weather there is cold. Okay, so that's where they are.
Okay.
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 Yeah, because I was picking up that energy. That. Yeah. Wow. Wow. You know
But
when
are
you go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry. Go ahead. No, I was just going to ask her was she trying to move, but she just said no vacation. Because I feel like a relocation is going to be like you want to shake off all the old memories and you just want to you just want to plant your roots somewhere else.
And I was just thinking Vegas is a perfect opportunity to kind of decompress after what you're going through, Misty. So make sure that when you go there, you leave everything behind. You leave the pain, you leave the sorrow, you leave the missing, you leave all those things that you have, and just spend your time, immerse your time in the energy of Vegas, the lights of Vegas, the other stuff that is Vegas, and let yourself give yourself a vacation of the mind and of the heart and soul, not a vacation of going out and go crazy. Don't worry about that. Your body will take care of itself. But I mean, let your mind have a vacation. Let your body have a vacation, and let your just give yourself a break because again, you need you mentally and psychologically need a rest right now. You really do. I just feel
She said
over.
her finances are pretty good, so maybe you're just going to add to it because I see more money coming to you.
Yeah.
And so I just assume that if they're showing me money coming to you or having money troubles, then I just feel like you're going to get a spring. You're just going to get more money. It's going to grow because I definitely see things coming in for you. And I was also going to say, like, look, you got a little 20 or 30 here to share. Spin. Try one of the machines out. Just do. Now, don't take all your money down there. Just take a couple dollar bills down there and put them in that machine and see if you get a do. And if you don't, just go on and move on. But I feel like things are going to look up for you. Like I see the Sun card, which is a very good card, one of the best cards in the deck, and I just feel like things are going to pick up.
Well, and she said that they're talking about buying a second home, which could be that move you were thinking about, Angie, as well,
Yeah.
because that, buying a second home is again spending time elsewhere, which is nice. Also, when you go to Vegas, Misty, if you do play the slots, one thing to try is that if you have a necklace, okay, if you're not somebody who does pendulums and you don't work with pendulums, if you have a necklace that you feel very drawn to and that you do it often, you use that you wear the necklace often, take that necklace and when you go in front of a slot machine, stand in front of the slot machine, make sure you hold the necklace like this. I don't have one in front of me. I wish I could.
I do,
And
Don. I got it.
okay, and you're gonna ask the slot, you ask the spirits, should I play this slot? And then what you're gonna do is before you go in, make sure that you test that like this. You test it and say, is my name Misty?
Show me a yes. And so
Exactly.
first
Show
thing
me.
I do is show me a yes.
Yep.
And so my yes is a circular motion. It's a clockwise circle. So see how it's going? That's my yes. And then I say stop.
Hmm.
So then it stops. And then I says, show me a no. And then my no is a back and forth. That way.
Yep.
That's my no.
And
And
so
so you
for
can
me,
take
yeses
this
go
and hold it.
this, and nos go this way. So mine is a little different. Everybody's is different.
Yeah.
Know that.
So you have
Yep.
to do it. And
Yep.
then to test it, you say, is my name Angie? And it should give you a yes. So
Mhm.
test it. Once it shows you what your yes and no is, test it by asking it questions that you know the
Yep.
yes and no is. And then you put it over that slot machine and be like, is this the one? Is it?
Exactly. That's what I was going to suggest. Take that, use that energy. And if you can't get the pendulum to work the way you want it to, and again, especially if your mom's necklace and she's on the other side, she will probably help you, guide you
Well,
to a
she
good.
said she's been hearing her name a lot and she even
Mhm.
caught it on video by accident. Is that her mom? I didn't feel
Yeah.
like it was her mom. I felt like it was kind of her higher power trying to get her
Mhm.
attention. I didn't get a mom energy. I just
Yeah.
kind of got her higher power being like, hey, kind of shaking you, trying to wake you up.
Yeah. And also if that doesn't work, put your hand on the machine, touch the machine, and just feel what kind of vibe you get. Sometimes that also does work. Sometimes you'll feel a very positive vibe, and sometimes you just kind of nothing or a negative. And it's like again, use your senses. Let them help you to maybe win some money.
Cat with the top hat smiles. We see your messages. We even called you up for a reading when we first saw your name. I thought we asked you to put your question in there because you said because you have a reading, and I told you to put your question in so we can see you. When we were ready to do your reading, you just didn't have a question in here. That's why we tell you as soon as you hit the chat, put your question in there, and don't say "Can I ask a question?" because then we got to wait for you to put your question in. So we just went to somebody else. But if you're a little bit more patient, we may have time to get to you. I know the next person we promised was Jamila.
So, Misty, most important is take the time and heal psychologically, mentally, all those things while you're in Vegas. Take that opportunity and do that, okay? Because it's coming for you. But while you're there, maybe again, play and get some money out of the deal too, if you can. That's kind of cool, you know. And so Jamila is next. And what was Jamila asking?
She has a couple comments in there. Her last one was about being a nurse or LPN because I definitely saw her in a nursing hat, like the old fashioned kind. So I feel like she's going to be a very good, strong, caring nurse, but kind of like that mothering kind of nurse. And so she said she was looking for a job. She just lost her job. And
Oh, that's
remember,
right.
we were
Yeah.
telling her that she was going to get a better job. And I
Yes.
feel like it's going to be a nurse. Like, I feel like she's going to, I don't know if LPN is a step before RN. Is that correct? Because I feel like you're going to fully get into it and you're going to move forward. But I do see good things coming for you. She says she definitely plays the slots a lot. Okay, now don't go in there and lose all your money. But if you win a lot of money, remember us, in the love, and share the wealth, share the wealth.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um, So Jamila, I don't know if you're still here, but I do feel like you're going to get a job. I saw 18 circled on the calendar. So again, it's either 18 days, which they didn't show me the flipping of the calendar. So maybe it's on the 18th. So the 18th of this month has not happened. So you could by the 18th find out about a job or move forward with the job. She said correct LPN, then RN. So I do feel like you're going to go full to the RN. I feel like you're going to be good. I think that you're going to either work with the elderly or you're going to work with children. Or did you say that? Did she say that?
Not that I know of.
Working activities department, keeping my clients
No, I don't think
entertained,
so.
and I want to go back to school. So I feel like you're scared of the testing part. No, because it's going to be natural. When you do something that you love, and even just for you specifically, when it's something that you enjoy and you're interested in, you are fully into it. So I feel like it's not going to be hard for you because you're going to really absorb everything that you're supposed to absorb and get that information. And one of the things you might want to do is talk to people who are nurses now or who are in the position that you are now. Ask them how they prepare for it. What is it that you can expect? How should you get your timing down? Always talk to somebody who's been in your shoes. What better way to find out what to expect than to talk to somebody who's already done it? And so I do feel like it's going to work out good for you. I don't see you having to take the test multiple times. I feel like you're going to advance rapidly because it's something that you want to do. You have a caring spirit and you're just ready for it. And I see something about 1800. Do you owe somebody 1800? What's the 1800? Because if you don't owe somebody 1800, I feel like you're going to receive 1800 because I see 1800 blinking. So what's the 1800? And don't worry about the testing part. Your higher power is definitely giving me enough. Don't worry about that. That'll be fine. You'll remember. It'll be committed to your memory so fast. Don't even worry about it. So I do get that you'll be fine on the testing. That won't even be. And don't say that you're scared. Don't even commit to that. Don't even commit to that relationship with the testing. I am preparing myself for testing. I am, getting mentally prepared. Look, I tell people all the time, I need to mentally prepare people. If you want me to go out to happy hour, you need to let me know so that I can mentally prepare. Because as soon as I clock out at 3:30, I am preparing for a nap. And if you tell me that we're going to happy hour, now I'm preparing for happy hour. But I need that mental preparation to know what I'm going to be doing. You don't know what the 18? Do you drink 1800? I'm just saying, I see 1800. It could be money coming in for you. I don't think that it's money coming out. It's red and it's blinking for me. So, but that's that 18 again. Is 18 significant in your life? Because remember, the 18 were circled in red on a calendar. Is 18 something significant for you? Why is that number significant to you? Because they keep showing it to me. They showed me 1800 in red. Then they showed me 18 circled in red. So what does that mean? What is the 18 for you?
And Angie, I'm picking up on the 1800 could be possibly that 1800 is going to be given towards something in a purchase.
Oh, okay. See,
Maybe.
that 18
Maybe.
is something significant for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's and for the angel number, it's change of life path. When you see the 18, it's change of life path. And
Oh, her birthday's
her
July
birthday's
18th.
18th.
Okay.
Oh
And they
yes.
kept bringing that 18. And so maybe that is, again, so but they kept showing it to me on the calendar. I feel like in this case, the 18 is
Yeah.
signifying the job offer by the 18th or in 18 days. A lot of times when we
Mm-hmm.
get numbers, we have to figure out what they mean to us. When I see the number 17, I know it's connected to my son. When I see 221, it has something to do with my childhood because that was the address of the house that we used to live on. When I see 226, that's my birthday. So that lets me know that it has something to do with me. My angel numbers are different than everybody else. I don't always see 222, 333.
Mm-hmm.
If I see 1234, that's progression. That lets me know that I'm moving forward in whatever it is that I've been mulling over. So my spirit guides give me my numbers to match what works for me. So that 18, every time you see it, could be just another confirmation that is coming, that is happening. So I do feel like that you will get I do feel like $1,800 is coming to you for some reason. And I do feel like by the 18th, you'll get a job. Or
And
it
if you
may,
don't want it, I'll send you my address, and you can just drop it in the mail to me. It's okay. I don't. I have no
exactly. And I
problem
mean, if you
spending
just
it.
don't need $1,800,
Exactly. Yeah, I don't have a problem spending that kind of money. Maybe a severance package, Angie. I wonder if it's a severance package.
be a severance package, or
Oh,
it
could
could
be.
be. But I feel like you won't feel the pinch of this. Like before you know it, you'll be rolling into something else. Because I feel like you're overall a good person, a hardworking person. And this was, it feels kind of like a surprise to like maybe you didn't know that this was going to happen. You're just like, oh no. And so you're trying to pivot and you're trying to stay hopeful. And this is just your sign to stay hopeful. Do you have a mom that's passed on? Is this your mom that I see in the background cheering you on? Like I feel like this is an elementary or this is some kind of school event and this is your mom cheering you on. And so this is her letting you know, and they're giving me goosebumps. So that's my sign that yes, I'm on the right track, that she's cheering you on still in your life. So where's mom? Is mom your cheerleader in past and present? I mean, in the past, or is she still your cheerleader on this side? Because I get mom cheering you on. Very happy for you
She's here.
because you seem to be a high achiever. Like you do things right. Your mom is deceased. Okay. So I get her showing me events, like how she was so happy and so proud of you, and she continues to be so happy and so proud of you as you've grown older. Who's the male child? Is it a brother or is it your son? There is a male child that she's showing me. I feel like he's in the teen ages. He doesn't feel like he doesn't feel under 50, under 10. He feels over 10, and he's more of a darker tone, and I feel like he has an adult voice, like a strong voice. This male that she's showing me. But he's connected to you in some way. There's a male that I'm seeing, that this is your mom showing me this male. But I don't think that he's on the other side with her. And she's opening a door for you. Like, I see her opening a door for you to walk on through. So I feel like she's helping you along the way find your job, because she's opening a door for you. And what's with this jelly on a biscuit? Is that something that she would have made you as a child? Like, she would have made biscuits and you would have put jelly or jam on it? Is that what she's showing me? And maybe you're unsure who the boy is. You don't have a deceased family member that would have been in that upper teen age, or early 20s, because she's showing me a male, but I couldn't tell if he was on that side with her or on this side, because she was holding his arm. So maybe he's on that side with her. But also, she's showing me like biscuits with jelly on it, like breakfast food, like maybe her making you a hot meal. And there's something about, like, did she have a coffee pot that you would put on the stove to warm up the water? Did she would pour it, or pour it over her tea or something like that? She's showing me like a silver tea or coffee pot, but you would put it on the stove to warm it up. My grandmother had one of them, and you would hear that little whistling sound. She made tea. My grandmother made tea all the time. The sweetest tea ever. Your teeth would fall right out your mouth with a lot of lemon in it. Yeah. You're unsure who the boy is. Okay. Well, she's showing me a male that is with her, and then she's showing me all these things. So any of these things are any of these things true about your childhood, as far as the tea, or the teapot or tea kettle, or the food, the breakfast food, like the biscuits, the jelly, maybe some grits. She didn't have a coffee pot or a teapot. If this isn't her, then is there anybody in here whose mother would have had a teapot or a coffee pot that she would have put on the stove to warm, and then she's taking it and pouring it into her glass to make her tea or coffee? The good news for you, Jamila, is that you'll get a job, and it'll be coming
Absolutely.
soon. So that's overall
Absolutely.
what your reading is.
Yep.
Your dad will boil water and cook breakfast. Okay. So for breakfast, did you ever have biscuits with jelly on it? Because she keeps showing me that over and over. She's not showing me any other food. She's showing me specifically this biscuit, busted open, and then it has jam or jelly on it. And is your dad on the other side? Could he be with her? And would he have been a darker male? He had a boyish charm, though. He didn't seem like an older man. Because she's holding on to his arm. She cooked good biscuits. I've only asked that question 7 times, Miss Jamila. Is dad on the other side with mom? Yes, he has white hair. But is he on the other side? That's what I want to know. Because that may be what she's showing me, is that they're back together.
And is your mom's name Alma?
Look, she like, let me give y'all some more clues, because y'all is not, that she is not getting it. Are you
Mhm.
overwhelmed with the information? And this is why I like to record stuff, because in the moment you're overwhelmed and you're like, is it this? Is it that? And you're trying to remember and you're not. And so dad is on the other, both are deceased. So I feel like she's showing me that they're back together because she was holding, like, you know how you thread your arm through somebody's arm? And so I felt like she's saying we're together. Did she pass before him? Either way, I see Alma is
And,
her aunt.
oh,
Aunt. And so
Okay.
she's over there too, though, right? Because she's not on this side.
mhm.
She's over
Listen,
there.
your whole family coming through like she blind as a bat because we've been all over her. They've been trying to contact you, and you was just not. Oh, you was crying, okay? Because I'm like, hold on, your family is coming through. Like, hello, somebody. Um,
Yeah.
they're so proud of you and who you've become.
Yeah.
Um, they don't understand why you lack confidence, though. Were you teased as a child in school? Dad first, Mama, and Alma. Oh, damn.
And you moved away from home, right? Because I don't get, I feel you're not close to, you're not physically close to where they were living. So were you away from them when, at that point when they passed? And you say your birthday was July 18th, correct? Is that
Hmm.
right? Wasn't that right, Angie?
Mhm.
That's
Or
correct. That's what
Rachel?
she said, July 18th.
Okay. Hmm. So,
She was shy, okay, in school.
okay. So you say, okay, interesting. So your aunt, Alma,
She moved to Arizona 8 months ago. Oh wow! Well, welcome to
okay,
the good weather.
yeah. Yeah, but you're from the East Coast. You're not, yeah. So when
Oh,
you move from the East Coast, right? And did your aunt die close to your birthday? Because I'm picking up a significance there. So your aunt's passing was around your birthday, not this year, but when she passed a few years ago.
and
Is that
who
right?
like? And it's something about seafood or shrimp. Like somebody likes shrimp. They're showing me seafood.
Definitely seafood. I'm picking up shrimp big time.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because I got
Is
the
it gumbo
seafood.
or
I'm like
something
somebody.
or something?
Exactly. Somebody was talking about some seafood or something.
Yeah,
And
jambalaya or
okay,
gumbo type thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And peaches. What's about peach? What's up with the peach? Why am I seeing a peach? Are you from? Are you
Atlanta,
from? Are you from a
Georgia.
peach state like Georgia? Are you from Georgia? That's why
Mhm.
the peach.
Jamila, type faster. We got
I
500
know.
questions in the queue. Georgia, she passed
Oh,
in a room with me. Oh my gosh, dog, right
yeah.
on it. Right
Okay.
on it. Good, good. Okay,
Oh,
got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And Jamila, did you? So you never married, or you married and you're not married anymore? Because I'm seeing a wedding gown. Was that you, or did you? Hmm. Because you're not talking about.
oh, yep. Nice.
I think she's catching up on all her questions. Her and her husband. I don't know what the her and her husband would be too.
So you and your husband are together. You moved together. So there is a husband.
I'm single, never
Mm,
married. She
okay.
said
Single.
her and her husband, but I don't know what that means. Oh, do you mean that your mom and her husband or your aunt and her husband like the seafood? Is that the response to the seafood? That the aunt and the husband like the seafood? Because they're showing me the seafood. Now I want some gumbo, Don.
Exactly. So Jamila, do you have a sister who it looks a lot like you who was married? Who and again the I see this big white poofy wedding dress. A
Or
big
are you going to get married, Miss Jamila?
yeah. Oh, good point. Could be. Yeah. Is there
Mhm.
something in the future here for you in that sense? Because I'm seeing a big white poofy dress. I'm
Your
seeing big white.
energy is very positive. I don't get any negativity, even with you losing your job. I don't get any negativity. Oh, she was with each of them when they passed at different times.
Yeah.
That's fine, but did they like shrimp? That's what I'm.
And so you told Alma. So you told Alma she could go, right? Because Alma just kind of gave me that indication that you told her she could go. Is that right, Jamila? Because again, I get her energy. Her energy's all around here. I mean, she's the one that came through for me, and that's why I'm freezing cold
Just
because it's an
because
older
you're
woman.
dating anyone doesn't mean that you're not going to get married. Listen, I'm not dating anybody, but I'm for sure getting married. Or me and Jesus got a real strong conversation to have. I'm getting it.
They're like, let's get one thing
Jesus
straight.
don't want me at the pearly gate if I'm still a miss and not a missus. Just Angie. Don't even open the door if I'm a miss and not a missus.
So you did tell your aunt because yeah, that's what she was relaying is that you told her that. So I'm glad you
Yeah.
confirmed that. That's good. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Interesting. They're happy for you. I'm telling you, that's why they're all here. They're happy for you. This move is going to make it.
Proud, like they're a beaming pride for her.
Yes. Yes. This is a good move. Even with this negative little setback, this is not a setback. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to get something better. So Jamila, move on with this and know that your family's behind you. Even the ones on the other side, they are watching over you and they've got you. They got your back. They got your back. Okay.
And,
So
and and pay attention to those cues when you're craving a certain food, when you hear a certain song, when you hear your name being called, when you smell a certain scent. Those are your loved ones trying to get in contact with you. It's not just a coincidence. That is literally them trying to get in contact with you. And you're just dismissing it as, oh, I'm just hungry, or oh, I'm just, oh, I remember that song. That is them sending it to you in order for you to remember that they're behind you, cheering you on. And I really saw your mom opening a door, so she is going to open a door for you. Who is Miss Smith? Did you have a favorite teacher named Miss Smith? She's showing me somebody in elementary school or in somewhere along your educational background, somebody named Miss Smith or a teacher that you really liked, or did they call you Wordsmith? It's something about Smith. Sonia Carlson sounds familiar. Okay, Jamila, I really hope that helped you out and gave you some encouragement to know that it won't be long. You won't be in this situation for long. You won't be unemployed for long. And really, this is just a better opportunity because I don't know if you know how if you would have been offered this opportunity while you were working, you might have been like, oh, no, I don't want to do it. But now that you don't really think you have an alternative, you're like, oh, well, I'm open to it. And so I just feel like this was just a freshening or a clearing of the shield over your eyes so you can see a better opportunity coming your way. Oh, her friend, Mrs. Smith, was a teacher.
Mhm.
Okay. Because she was showing me a teacher. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. All right.
and who's Ashley? Who is Ashley? Why is have you talked to Ashley recently? Again, I'm getting what's up with Ashley and are you and Ashley? Were you close? Are you close?
Mm-mm. Your family telling all the business, Jamila. They not holding it back.
Is
They
she,
got your
is
attention.
she
They
a
like, and
sister?
another thing.
Yeah, is she one of your sisters? Is she a sister? Because I'm getting Ashley, very much like a sister. Interesting. Interesting. Why Ashley? Why
My
Ashley?
first
Oh,
name is
first
Ash.
name.
Oh, wait. No, that's Summer. Dawson said her first name is Ash.
Does Ashley have three kids? Because I'm now picking up three kids all of a sudden. You don't have kids, so Lord, I'm confused. I don't know.
Oh, Jamila's niece's name is Ashley.
Okay, so her niece's name Ashley. Okay, were you at
Was she
Ashley's
born
wedding?
after? Was she born after the parents passed? Is that what they're trying to show that they know that she's born?
Does Ashley have three kids though? And it's like, and was that you at her wedding or something? I don't know because I'm getting so
Yeah.
much. I'm getting confusing. I'm confused because I see three kids. So
Listen, Jamila's family, we need one of y'all to step forward and be the voice because we're getting too many messages at the same time. And everybody want to talk. Jamila family, like, oh, we got her attention. Go.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And the
I get a
delay.
loneliness from you too, Jamila. Did you move here by yourself? Like I feel like you just wanna you wanna meet some people. She's 40 years old. No, she works for code enforcement. So she doesn't have three kids. Ashley doesn't have three kids.
God, I keep seeing these three kids. There's these three kids. It's like two boys and I think it's two boys and a girl, and I just see their younger energy. And they're prominent. It's just like they keep showing these three kids.
Summer Dawson, do you have 3 kids?
Wow.
Yes, your mama and Aunt Alma are talkers. And they're like, but you ain't, and I clearly heard, but you're not listening. Your mom didn't like to cuss. Is that true? Because I feel like she covers her mouth where she would have said a bad word. Your mom doesn't cuss. Summer Dawson, yes, you do have 3 kids. That's what you're saying.
Mhm.
Because she said her first name is Ashley. I forgot what I asked Jamila. Totally. Oh, did the niece have 3 kids? But she said no. Um,
Okay.
Okay. Well, I think I think the information is kind of slowed down, but it was a
oh,
good
she
part.
said her mama cussed up a storm because I kind of got like she didn't want to cuss because the word ass got bleeped out because I heard your ass ain't listening and it kind of got bleeped out. So I figured like your mom didn't cuss. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe spirit bleeped it out.
Your mama cast up in a
She
storm.
cussed too. And they're telling me you need to get out. Were you invited to a Super Bowl party or were you invited to go and do something and you're hemming and hawing about whether you want to go do it? I feel like they're saying you need to get out and meet people. Don't turn down this opportunity. So were you invited to go and watch a game or go to a Super Bowl party and you said no? Or you're considering not going? Because I feel like you should go. And is there a famous dish that you bring to gatherings? Because I see you bringing a dish, and it's something that you're really used to
Mhm.
bringing in all the time. Is that correct, Miss Jamila? That you have a good dish that you bring to gatherings, and were you invited to a gathering and you're thinking about not going? You're listening to us now, but you weren't listening to them then.
Mhm.
Yes, to the church ball. Wait a minute, what was the church ball? Who asked about church?
Church.
Oh, that makes sense too, Misty.
Ooh.
All right, Jamila, I think we've overwhelmed you, so we might have to go on to the next person because you just
Yeah.
seem like
But know
you
what's
can't
in front of you.
talk.
Know what's in front of you is good. It
And
is
go back
really.
and watch again, and then you can come back and confirm anything. Now, I know this is overwhelming with so many of your spirits coming through, so many of us asking questions. So go back about 10 or 15 minutes and watch the whole thing either tomorrow or a couple of times so you can get all the questions down and you can get those answers, or you can come back and ask us, again, or clarify some stuff. Oh, I was invited to go to a ball at the end of this month and I have to buy a dress and get my hair done. You should go. You definitely should go. They're saying you should go. That's what the church ball is. Okay. I was like, what?
Mhm.
When do we talk about church? Okay. Okay, that
And
makes sense.
Jamila, watch for Roderick. Meet Roderick while you're there.
See,
Mm.
your family is on it. They like, look, here's your husband, here's your job, here's your home. Like, I feel like your family is just boom, boom, boom. Because you is missing it. They like, come on now, we got you.
Yep. When you have a chance and you hear that name, go approach. Go approach.
Roger
I'm telling
who?
you, Roderick.
Look,
Yep.
you better jump out there like you trying to catch that bouquet that the bride throwing and knock some people out the way. Roger who?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then show us pictures. We want to see what you look like. Send us some
Yep.
pictures, or come back and let us know what if you had a good time or not. But I think you should definitely go.
Yep. Yep. Super. Wonderful. I like her energy. Jamila, keep that good energy. I just love that energy.
Yeah. And know that your woes won't even be woes. Like you won't even feel the hint of it. You'll move forward quickly. You'll be fine.
Mhm.
Sonia Carlson asked for finances and employment opportunities.
So can I jump in, Angie, on that one?
Yes.
The employment opportunities, I picked up on that earlier. I saw her there several times. She had asked the employment opportunities. She is in the process of, she's concerned about getting a job, going out there. And what I see is, I see her, I don't know, I see it like a table, and I see like papers, and she's trying to get stuff ready to go. And she's having a hard time because she wants to make sure it's right. She may be having a little trouble with her finances, and feeling that, getting an employment opportunity, just trying to get things together, but it's really worrying her. Um, but things will turn out once she decides, what needs to be done to move forward with getting that employment that she's searching for.
That makes so much sense, Miss Linda, because when I see things that are not in color, that are black and
Mm-hmm.
white, or that are kind of
Mm-hmm.
like that means that there are decisions that the person I'm reading needs to make. And so,
Okay.
are you having an ending? Like, I see you walking out of a door and closing it behind you. So I feel like you ended a relationship, or something significant is
Okay.
ending, and you're walking to your future, but your
Okay.
future isn't in color to me, because you have decisions that you need to make. Like, am I going to go left to this state or right to this city? Am I going to, like, you have so many
Mm-hmm.
different decisions that you need to make to move forward.
Right.
And as you make those decisions, your map will be colored in. But I feel like you just had a hard ending, like a significant ending, and you're about to move forward because you're walking out of the house. You're not even looking back. You just closed the door and you kept moving. You're walking onto a new journey, but the new journey isn't colored in because you haven't made the decisions as to which way you want to go. Hi, spiritual princess. And are you
One,
on Twitch? Hey, I like it.
the one thing I was picking up for her was the have you started have you started your own business? Because I'm picking up either you're thinking
Oh.
about it or you have, and I'm getting that you've already started the process for it. Does that is that your energy that I'm picking up? Because it's a very strong energy about, again, your own business and starting your own business. Or do you, or even if you like sell like things that are made by somebody else, but you sell them kind of like a Scentsy thing, but not Scentsy, but you know what I'm saying, the Avon or whatever, they kind of deal. So in other words, you like that kind of stuff. Are you involved in something like that? Hey, Kelly, nice to see you in.
She said, nice to meet you, Miss Linda. First time seeing
Hi.
you.
Nice
Hey,
meeting you
Kelly.
too.
Kelly is one of our regulars in the chat.
Okay.
And very gifted, extremely gifted.
Okay.
No, you don't have to pay, spiritual princess. You just put your question in the chat, and if we have time, we'll get to it. We've been on about 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Holy crap. I lost track of time.
Oh, okay. Got all of that is true. She said she was made redundant. Where are you at? Are you in a different country? Because when I hear the word made redundant, there's a lady who's in England or Australia or wherever she's at. She says made redundant a lot when she talks about being laid off or let go. So are you in a different country? She says a major breakup with a guy who recently passed. Whoa, that's a lot. Because I felt like you ended something and you're not sure how you want to move forward. But and grief is holding on to you. Like, the word grief is trying to pull you back. And instead of you allowing it to pull you back, you're shedding those clothes. You're shedding whatever article that it's attached to, and you're trying to move forward.
And possibly the papers that I saw that were all laid out on the table could be something that she's involved with the person that passed, that she's trying to sort out things for that person.
She's in New Zealand. Okay, yeah.
Isn't that where Kelly is too? Kelly, are you in New Zealand
Kelly
as
did.
well?
And Sonia, are you an outdoors person? Because I feel like you want to work in nature, or you want to do something outside. Like, I see you being being happy being outside in the environment, like in nature. Are you a nature person, or is that the kind of job that you would like? Some kind of job that would have you outside doing something in nature or with the environment? I don't feel like you're a person who wants to be stuck and tied to a desk. And I see horses. What's with the horses? Oh, Kelly's in
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Okay, sorry, Kelly.
But I see horses for Sonia. I see outdoors, and then I see you asked her about was she trying to make her own
Uh-huh.
start her own business. Have we gotten any of those answers, Miss? She's absolutely an outdoor person. Got it. See it. Is that the kind of job that you're seeking? Something that would have you outside? You gotta.
Do 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 do. Boop, 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 boop.
Sonia, I get a 6, and I don't know if this is 6 weeks or 6 months. I feel like you will feel a little bit of the pinch of the job loss, but you'll make it through fine. It won't be like, oh, I am in danger of losing anything. It'll just maybe be like being more aware of your budget for a couple weeks or a couple months, and then you'll be fine. You'll move right into something else. But I feel like now is the time for you to decide how you want to move
Okay.
forward. Oh, you used to ride it
Mm-hmm.
on a horse. Okay. And I feel like now is the time for you to decide how you want to move forward. Do I want to go back into the type of work that I just left? Or is there something else totally different that I want to do that is more my passion? Because I feel like your joy and your money is tied to your heartstrings. And if you like what you're doing, you'll be happy going to work and you'll make more money. So I do feel like you're going to get something. Again, I saw a 6, so it could be 6 weeks or 6 months, but I do feel like it'll be, and again, just a little bit of a pinch, like maybe giving up on a couple, like, oh, if you're a person who gets coffee every morning out at the local coffee shop, you're just gonna cut back on your expenses a little bit, and then you're gonna ride it through, and then you'll be fine back on flat ground. But it all seems to be decisions that you have to make
Okay.
regarding how you want to move
And
forward.
don't be surprised again if you while you're in this situation that something triggers in your head and you're like, you know what, I can turn this into a business. I will not be surprised to find out if you tell me a month from now that you've
Yeah.
created a product or you're doing your own business of some kind. Because again, I'm picking up the energy big time.
And she says she's mostly worked outside gardening jobs or farm work. Because I was like, you're free, you're outside, you feel good in the wilderness, which is very different from me. I don't like being outside, so I always have to check. Is that something you like, or is that just me feeling mildly irritated because I don't like being outside doing work, not manual
You
labor?
may start your own nursery or something. It could be,
Uh,
plant nursery or something.
Yeah, I do. And you have a very strong connection to horses. Like you can tell, like I feel like you're rubbing on them and you can tell where their pain is, or you can tell where they're injured at, or something that has to do with animals. I feel like your next job may have to
That would
do
be
with
nice.
animals or
Mhm.
something of that sort. And it'll be a better opportunity for you. I don't feel like you live well above your means, like you're a minimalist, you seem like, and you're just very happy with, as long as you have your everyday necessities. You don't seem like you're an extravagant person. You just want to be able to continue to maintain. And I feel like you will be able to maintain and it won't be any problem. Who's the male that I see? Steve or somebody. Who's the male? Did you work for somebody named Steve? Like, I feel like you know this person already. So did you work for somebody named Steve? 'Cause there's a connection to Steve, but I don't know that it's romantic.
Negative 22
She
below.
said it was minus
Jesus,
22
Kelly. Lord have
degrees.
mercy. Celsius. Negative. That's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Celsius.
Listen, anything negative is all against me. I can't do it. Any temperatures
Ay, ay,
ever.
ay, ay, ay. Well, Sonia, hopefully, again, know that things are going to work out for you. You're going to be fine. And again, do not be surprised if something pops up and it's an opportunity for you to do your own thing and create your own business. Good part is you can do that while you work as well, because again, you can do two things at once, which is nice. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Super.
She says she hasn't done the hands on the horses on the humans. Well, I feel like your next job will be working with animals, and you'll love it, and it'll be exactly what you want. So good things are coming for you.
Absolutely. And Angie, who was the other person you mentioned that you wanted to?
Summer Dawson. We can go ahead and
Okay.
get her done. Summer, you told me you had 3 kids. Are you closer with one of them than you are with the other 2? Like, is there a baby that is like not necessarily your favorite because we don't have favorites, but is there one of your children that you're closer to?
I didn't have my glasses on because I'd have to do
No,
one of these. Oh, okay.
that you're a little bit closer to, or that clings to mom a little bit more. So Summer Dawson, I feel like there's a distance between, like, one of them is really, really close to you and the other one is just kind of pulling back a little bit. Summer, you answered every other question for every other read, and now we on you. Come on now. No, Miss Sonia, I didn't get a spirit coming through. You're closer to your son. Okay. That's the person that's clinging to you the most. Um, um, are you wanting another kid? Are you like, are you having that empty nest feeling and they haven't left the nest yet? Are you wanting another little? Because I feel like you feel like you're missing their small moments again, and like you kind of want to restart that, or you're very nostalgic about the kids. And are you planning a trip to the beach with the kids? I feel like there's going to be a big summer activity with the kids. Like, you're going somewhere and you're just going to have a lot of fun, but it has to do with water. Like, I feel like you guys really like the beach or water or being outside. And then, are you expecting a settlement from somebody? Because I feel like a windfall is coming, but it doesn't feel like it's under your, like, the sweat of your bra. Like, you're not working for it. It's money. Cause like they showed me something like it's up and then it kind of tilts and then everything just kind of falls on you. So are you expecting a settlement to come in? I feel like it's going to come in very soon. Yes. Okay. So I feel like that settlement is going to come soon. Finance the trip the way that you want to. And then I also get that, who has the leg issues? Is one of your children, did they break their leg or do they have some issue with the leg? Who has the leg issue of the children? Did somebody just break their leg or they're mending back from some kind of injury to the leg, under, like, from the knee down to the foot? What kind of, was there an injury with some kind of situation like that?
Maybe a parent, because I know I'm getting the energy. Both parents are still on your side. They're not.
I'm getting a grandpa
Mhm.
energy, like, because I heard grandpa, and that's how
Right.
you said it was grandpa. So do you have a grandfather on the other side that you call grandpa? Because they're showing me a snag-a-tooth little girl, and she's kind of fumbling her words because her tooth is missing, and she's in her lip, and she's kind of fumbling over her lip, and so you pronounce words a little bit weird for some reason. They're showing me this little scene with you. I feel like it's grandpa. Hello, Tania. Pretty sure that's what she told us, Tania. Tania, where are you? Because somebody at work greeted me with G Day today, and I think that they are. Where is he at? Is he in France? Where is he at? I don't know, but he greeted me like that today too. Listen, I'm going to take these as confirmations that I'm about to be traveling internationally for my job, because all of y'all are reminding me of different people on my job, but they're international people, so I love it. I'm just going to take that as confirmation that I'm going to be traveling for my job. Any of my jobs, I'll travel wherever well, not wherever, but
within reason.
Okay, no, not Sonia. No. Summer, have you heard any of the questions that I asked? I asked like 7. We know that you're here. We've been reading you for the last like 5 minutes. You're in Australia. Okay. Tania. Um, hmm. I'm gonna have to look up and see where he's from because he greeted me like that today and I thought that was kind of weird. No, the last comment we got from you was yes, but we don't know if that was two, and then we got I'm here. So the question that I asked, I don't even remember all the questions that I asked. Oh, did you have a grandpa on the other side? Something about a snaggletooth little girl and
The foot, the ankle or foot.
the ankle, the
Yeah.
person who injured from the knee down to the ankle.
Yeah. For me, I was picking up mom or dad with the leg or ankle issue. And again, mom and dad are still on this side. They haven't crossed over yet. Is that right? Yes doesn't help us. Guess what? We asked 10 trillion questions, unfortunately. So tell us yes and then give us what the yes attaches to.
Yes, grandpa is on the other side. Yes, there's somebody with the ankle with a leg issue. Yes, you were the snaggletooth little girl. Like, what is the yes to, hon?
Yes, we asked so many questions.
We did.
Right.
We asked quite a few questions.
We're good at that. It's like it happens because of the delay.
Tania, I'm going to see if that's where he's from because it was odd to me because he was a VP. And when I saw G Day, I was like, that's kind of odd greeting for a vice president to be greeting me like that. I'm helping him on something. And that's how he greeted me. I'm going to see where he's from. If he's from Australia.
Grandpa is on
Grandpa
the
is
other
on the other
side.
side.
Okay.
And you called him grandpa and like you're kind of fumbling over your lip or your word or your tongue and you're saying it in a funny way. And he's kind of laughing at the way that you're saying it. He's showing me you as a little girl and a missing tooth. Is that something significant? Why is he keeps showing me the missing tooth? Is that a significant memory that you have with your grandpa? The missing tooth thing? And you are a very curious little person who asks a lot of questions. He is showing me that you ask question after question after question after question. You would talk somebody ear off. But you were fun. Clever. I was gonna say sassy, but he changed it to clever. You're a little clever girl. And was his name Richard or Richie? Because I got Grandpa Richie. So is it Richard or Richie or something like that? Or something along that sound? I heard Grandpa Richie. Or was he rich?
Is he still rich? Do we meet him?
She He said, yes, I have my two front teeth pulled out the same time. Okay, because he's showing me the tooth. That's the thing that he's showing me. And then, was his name Richard or Richie or some derivative of that? Because I get Grandpa Richie. And then, did you sit on the porch and eat ice cream with him on a porch swing? And I keep hearing him say, just ask for help. Like, even as a little, you said his name was Peter. Richie, Grandpa Richie. I heard Richie or Richard. I don't know. Richie, Grandpa Richie. No, I didn't hear Peter. I definitely heard Grandpa Richie. Um, did you sit on a porch with him on a porch swing and eat ice cream, or sit on a porch with him in some kind of way and eat ice cream? And did y'all grow up in a kind of like a rural area? Not like I feel like y'all had a lot of land that you lived on. Yes, I did eat ice cream on the porch. Okay. And did y'all have a lot of land? Like I feel like there was a lot of land. Like from the house to the end of the gate was a little bit of a walk. Like you had a lot of land that you could play in. And there's a little dog that you have. Do you have a dog on the other side? Brown with and I don't know breeds of dogs, so I'm horrible at it. But it seems to be like a brown haired dog, more a lighter brown, not light, but medium, not like dark chocolate brown, but in that middle kind of brown area. And it kind of had longer hair. Yes, a lot of land. And a dog you play with in the yard. And did it get
Angie,
hit by a car? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss.
I'm sorry, Angie. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, go
Um,
ahead.
so I was wondering, I'm seeing that when she mentioned that she had her two teeth were pulled, what I saw was on the porch swing with her eating the ice cream, there's stairs or steps that go down from the porch, and that she fell when she was a little girl.
So that's how you lost your two front teeth? Okay, maybe that's why
Possibly.
it's so significant. Okay.
Possibly.
Yes, about the dog. Okay, so this is just your grandpa confirming that this is him that he's talking about. And he's saying just ask for help and you'll get it. It's like you were the kind of person that were really determined to do it yourself. It's kind of like showing you how to tie your shoe and you're struggling with it. And instead of asking for help, you're just fumbling over it and fumbling over. And he's saying just ask for help. Even now, just ask for help. I'm still here to help you. Was he a wealthy person that he had money to give? Is that why I heard the word rich? Because I felt like he would give you whatever you wanted. You just weren't a person to ask. You weren't a person to ask for money, or to, not necessarily money, but to ask for a lot of things. You're very self sufficient, and he's saying you just ask for help. We're there to help you. And does he have a brother that's on the other side with him too? And if you say his name is Richie, I'm just gonna fall out. 'Cause I feel like there's a male, a brother or somebody on the other side with him that is with him.
That would be crazy.
That would be
Do,
on par for what we go
do,
through.
do, 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 do.
I'm gonna do that tomorrow, Tania. I have a meeting with that person in the morning. And so I'm going to do exactly what you said. Let me write that down. Oh, he did have a brother. So I feel like he and the brother have reunited because he's showing me to me, but he's showing me the brother as an adult, not as a child. So they have reunited on the other side. And do you know what the brother's name was? Was it Paul? Were they all named? But did they all have apostle names? Because I got Paul. But I feel like you're going to be fine. They're just saying ask for help. Either ask your higher power, ask your deceased loved ones. Just like we're talking to them, you could talk to them just like we are. And he's saying just ask for help however you need to. While you're driving in a car, while you're having a walk, while you're washing dishes, while you're in the shower, in your journal, however you need to do it. Um, you can ask for help. Find out what his name. You don't have to find out what his name was, but it's either Pete. I feel like it's either Paul or Richie or something like that. That's the name that I'm getting. Um, but they're willing to help you and whatever fight, because I feel like he's wanting to give you a stack of money or show you where some money goes to. And did you tell me you were waiting on a settlement? Because I feel like the settlement is coming
Hmm.
also. I saw the yes, but I wasn't sure.
She did.
He didn't show me your grandma. He showed me his brother. So that's the person that he's showing me that he reunited with. I don't know why he didn't show me your grandmother. I feel like grandpa is meaning she made her life rich as in blessed. I feel like she's going through some
Oh.
financial situations too, and he's trying to get some money to her. Like I feel like the grandpa had extra money and would have been able to help you out, but you just need to ask. So I feel like your life is gonna pick up and turn around. You just have to ask for help. Hey Kathy.
Summer, we told somebody this earlier, but something to think about as well is that when you go to bed, before you go to sleep, call out to him and have him come visit you in your sleep tonight and tomorrow night until you can. And don't be surprised if you get dreams that are message dreams from him, or even him visiting you and talking to you directly, because again, right now with the world and the chaos that's going on and so much happening and the astrological alignment of the planets and everything, there's so much that's creating the veil to be very thin right now. And so we are able, even people who haven't really embraced yet the strength, their total strength of their ability to cross the veil and have the communication, they're having much more success than usual because the veil is very thin. So what I would suggest to you and to everybody else, when you go to bed tonight, no matter who's watching, if you want to reach out to somebody who is on the other side, this is one of the greatest times to do it. This is the time where the veil is so very thin. So go to bed. Before you go to bed, speak like I'm speaking to you, like Angie's speaking to you, like Linda's speaking to you, and say, X, can you come in tonight? I'd like to have a conversation with you, and even give parameters. Have them give, before you even go to sleep, give them parameters. I'd like to talk to you about this, or can you give me some direction on this? And then when you go to sleep, have a journal on the side of your bed, or a piece of paper and pen, anything you can. So where when you wake up in the morning, the very first thing that you do is you write down whatever it is that came to you in the night. And it may take 1, 2, or 3 nights, but don't be surprised if it happens. Additionally, ask your spirit guides when you're finished talking to the person you're thinking about connecting to. Say, spirit guides, help me to remember tomorrow what I learned and needed from tonight. Because again, that will help you sustain throughout the day your memories. Otherwise, you usually would lose them pretty quickly. And that's still why you make a note. You make a note no matter what. But don't be surprised if you ask your spirit guides to help you give that retention, that you remember it. And again, it may take 1, 2, or 3 nights, but give it a try, and don't be surprised if when you do, and again, the message may come in a dream, it could come in a sequence, it could come in visions, it could come in images, it could come in pictures, it could come in music that you hear in your dreams. They don't necessarily have to them standing there talking to you. They could be expressing themselves in other ways that come through in your dream. So again, know that as you're getting things in your dream, you're getting your answers as long as you're open to receiving.
And another thing you could do when you wake up is just say, is there anything significant from that dream that I need to remember?
That's
Sometimes
right.
I don't remember to tell them that I want to remember my dream. So the next morning, just before it slips out, I'll say, is there anything in that dream that I need to remember? Like, as soon as I open my eyes, 'cause sometimes I don't always reach for the paper and pen. Actually, I never do. I'm so horrible at it. But again, it's another way, and I'm lazy. So this is how I came up with that. Is there anything significant from that dream I need to remember? And if they say no, then I move on with my day. I don't even try to write it down. But if they say yes, then I try to write it down. Or if it keeps coming back to me throughout the day, little pieces of it, because they usually show me my dreams kind of like this. It just kind of flips through, and I can see like little pages, like if you were flipping a page of in a book, and they're just showing me the story unfold. And so sometimes I have to go back and say, is there something significant I need to read? I mean, remember, but I feel like your loved ones are really reaching out to you. You're just
Yes.
not like when you dream about them, what is it? How do you feel in the morning? Do you crave a certain food? Do you want to do a certain thing? Do you feel motivated? Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? Like, what is it that it is? And you can say, hey, what are you trying to tell me? You can ask, and they would tell. Again, the one thing your grandpa said is, if you ask, all you have to do is ask for help, and you'll get it.
Yep. And it can tell you the dream sequences and night. The night is full of amazing opportunities. Angie and I both actually, we didn't tell to each other when we did this, but we had a friend who we heard was not well, was very not well. And we both astro traveled that same night to visit the
Oh,
friend. And in the next morning, when we visited ourselves, we talked to each other. And I said, I went and visited our friend. And Angie's like, I did too. And both of us knew that that day we were getting a phone call because both of us got the same
oh,
visitation that she wasn't coming back, that she had already made a determination that this was it. And sure enough, later on the day, we got the phone call, and neither of us were surprised because we
wow.
both had that same experience of understanding she was she was okay where she was, you know. So
Summer, was your grandmother a little bit sassy? Because she's like, what do you want me to do? Live your life for you? Like, she's kind of like, Like, yes, that was Libby. Yes, yep, Kelly.
Yeah.
Your grandmother's kind of like, well, what do you want me to do? I can't be here forever. She's kind of like, just logically, I can't be here forever, but I'm trying to be here for you, and you just like you're not receiving it in the way that they're trying to give it to you. Like you want it a specific way, and if it doesn't come that way, you're kind of like, well, I didn't get it. And they're like, we're coming to you in all these different ways, and you're not getting it. Did she bake a chocolate cake for you, or did she bake cakes for you? Because I see something coming out of the oven, like something rising like a cake, but not in the traditional cake pan. Like maybe it was one of those loaf kind of pans or something. Like, but I feel like it was a cake or something that she bought from you, made for you, because she's showing it rising. Is it zucchini bread? No, maybe not.
I would say
She's
banana bread. Yeah.
Okay, because I
Sorry.
got like a
Yep.
bread pan, like that rectangle
Yep.
bread pan. I didn't
Hmm.
get like a traditional cake. And so I was like, is it zucchini bread? But you may be right. Maybe it is
Right.
banana bread. There's some kind of baked good that she made for you, and you really like to see it come out of the oven, and you can really smell it. Is how it's kind of being showed to me. Did you spend a lot of time at your grandparents' house, or did you live with them? Because I get a lot of significant childhood memories with the grandparents at their house.
You keep throwing food out, Miss Angie. I'm gonna have to go eat.
When I get off of here, I'm going to that
When you
kitchen and I'm
talked
going to
about the
find something to
shrimp and the
eat.
jambalaya and the gumbo, and now this, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Miss Linda, she said she did. So she's showing me those
Oh,
things. So she's here too. So they're all here. Like I feel like they're all watching you, but for some reason, or they're all trying to help you, but you won't ask for help. Are you a person who doesn't ask for help? Because they keep making it seem like it's obvious we'll help you. Like, why wouldn't we help you as your relatives? Why wouldn't we help you? Why wouldn't you think to come to us first? So are you in some kind of quandary or something that is causing you, like Nine of Wands, worrying? But there's help that could be there. It's kind of like they're showing me the Five of Pentacles, and these people are feeling left out. But right there is a church, and there's also a key. All you have to do is walk into the church and ask for help. And they are really reiterating that you don't ask for help. Okay. Well, she's here. I feel like she'll come to your dreams, and she'll come to you in your dreams tonight. Did she used to pinch you? Like if you did, like was she a pincher? Because I feel like she pinched me, or she pinched you. Was your grandmother a person who pinched?
And Linda, she confirmed the banana bread too.
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it, Don. I am beat. And Miss Linda, you did 3 hours for your first time. You are my hero because you are getting it done.
Thank you.
You jumped right in. I think you did a great job.
And
Thank
13
you, Miss
minutes,
Angie.
3 hours and 13 minutes. Oh my
Thank you.
gosh.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. And she did pinch you. She said she did pinch Angie.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
she's around. She's sassy. Not in a mean way, but she's quick witted. And I feel like you're kind of quick witted like her. Um, but she's still very nice. She's very nice still. And did she try to teach you how to cook some of your favorite foods? Like I feel like you're flipping something over like a pancake or something. She was trying to show you how to cook. Right. It doesn't really hurt. Like just kind of like a little pinch, like a love pinch. I don't know that a love pinch is the right word, but she wasn't trying to harm you.
Hmm.
All right.
Well, super. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your energies with us. When you share your energies, that's what help us to connect and give you these readings. And then when you bring the people in, when they come in, it's like it's even nicer. It's so cool. So
Wow.
again, we thank everybody.
We might be mediums. What?
So again, your
I said
microphone.
all these spirits are coming in. We might be we might be mediums, you
Yeah,
think?
we may very well be. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell our secret. Our secret. So, she says, Grandma was very, very sweet. And yes, she cooked all the time and taught me a lot. Super. That's
Okay,
fantastic.
cool.
I love it.
Cool. All right.
Well, Miss Linda, for your very first time, like Angie said, it's amazing for
Thank
3 hours
you.
and 15 minutes. That's amazing. And you held
Thank
through.
you. Thank you
And
so much, you guys, both of you. Just watching and listening and learning, and I thank both of you very much for letting me be a part of this.
Did you
No.
enjoy it?
I did. I was listening to the way that responses were made and how they were responding, and I'll be honest, I was trying to keep up with the chats. That I was trying.
Yeah, it can be crazy sometimes because sometimes it
Yes.
rolls right quick, you know.
Yes, they do. They do.
Yeah. Yes, yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much. Thank you.
Well, we enjoyed having you come visit, so definitely from time to time, don't hesitate to come on back.
Thank you so much.
Tania said, "Thank you, Don, on previous advice on writing my book. It helped me a lot."
Oh, you're welcome, Tania. Thank you for letting me know that. I appreciate it. Yes, yes, that's interesting. So, yeah, and thank you, by the way, the two first people that came on, those to give us that gift. That was just unbelievable, having that energy and that spirit. And it's like for two people in the same room getting the same crazy. That's the
Oh,
first
Brandy and was it Brandy and
Bonnie.
Bonnie? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a first
Hey
for us to have
Pam, this is the
two
other Pam
other
from
people.
class, Pam Shore.
Oh yeah, hey Pam, how are you? Good to see you in. So, yeah, that was crazy having. And we've had two spirits for one person, but never one spirit for two people who came in. That was just like that was crazy. That was just so crazy. I loved it, and yeah, that was it. It's wonderful to see the first. I love these
It was
firsts.
a good night.
It was indeed. So again, thank you everybody. Appreciate it. Any exciting plans for you two for the weekend, Miss Angie, Miss?
It's Super Bowl weekend. I'm looking for
Super Bowl.
a place to be where all the men are going to be so I can cheer and jeer with the men. That's what I'm looking for. A Super Bowl party. And you know, it's February, so every weekend I have to do something.
Yes.
So this weekend is
Yes.
Super Bowl party and happy hour.
Right.
But it's
Right,
not February; it's January, I think, right?
That's Keena in January. I just go with February.
Oh, so you're just not taking the whole month like her. Okay.
Oh, I do take the
Right.
whole month. I just don't name it after me.
Okay. What we're talking about, Linda, by the way, is that with Angie's
Uh-huh.
family, their birthday month is their whole month. And so
Oh.
each of them, and they're for the first 6 months of the year, boom, boom, boom,
We
boom,
have a
boom.
birthday every single month
Yes.
here,
Wow.
so we're doing something all month.
Wow.
And
That's great.
yeah,
So this
I'm
was
already
Angie's
trying
month.
to plan Brandon's.
Great. That's great.
Yeah. Well, I'm flying out on Friday. I'll be back on Sunday evening. I'm flying into Philly, and then I'm driving over to Central PA, and I'll be there for the weekend, and then heading back Sunday night. And I'm certainly hoping that my landing will be so much better than that emergency jet landing in Philly, because
Oh.
that
God,
went
listen, I'm gonna have to burn some Palo Santo, send some good vibes out, hold the plane up in the air and everything. I'm just like, Lord, help the child.
exactly a lot of
Right.
stuff happening around
Right.
planes right now. I'm like, what the hell am I thinking? I don't know. So, but hey,
We have this lovely man child leading us.
Yes. Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
So Lord have mercy on, and I've got I got to go because it's my brother and it's his birthday, and so it's like
Mhm.
you got to go do the thing, and he's turning 65.
My
65.
gosh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
He's like 30 years older than me.
Of course, Don, because you can't be that old. Not at all.
Oh, and while we're talking about birthdays, before everybody pops out, let's do the birthday thing. We haven't done it. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible. Terrible. You fire me, Angie. Fire me.
Right.
Oh, you know,
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya.
I think
Funny.
this weekend is Lester's birthday too.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So, speaking of Lester, Lester and I discovered that I have a daughter that was born the same day and year as him.
oh, so
Oh, really?
your daughter's birthday is coming up too
Interesting.
then.
Yes, on Sunday.
Is that
Crazy.
the
Yes,
8th or the 9th? Yeah,
the
yeah, because
night.
I think he'll be in Arizona this weekend because it's also the Tucson Gym Show. You
Yes.
Yes.
be in Tucson, Don, because I think we were talking about going down there as a group with Lester.
Mhm.
Oh, yes. I'm going Friday to that. Yes. 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 Yes.
That's a big. If y'all haven't done it, believe me, internationally, Tucson's gem
Mhm.
show is well known. So
Yes.
if it's not just a local thing, it is well known
Right.
internationally.
I think he said it started the 31st, and it may go through next weekend. So it's a
It's like
while.
6 weeks,
Right.
I think it is.
Oh,
Almost
okay,
6 weeks.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so then that's right. So if I don't go this weekend, then maybe listen, I have all these weekends to figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again, everybody, for popping in.
Thank
We
you. Thank you.
appreciate it very, very much. And we're going to get ourselves out of here. I'll pop us out the same way we got in. Again, have a nice evening and good weekend. Love, light, and blessings from Angie.
Thank
She
you.
Linda,
said
Emma.
it's 107 degrees in Australia.
What?
She
Oh,
said she's swimming all weekend. That's her weekend
Oh,
plans.
mm.
oh,
Well, I ain't jealous
Uh-huh.
because
We'll beat 107
80s
soon
are
enough.
really
We
nice. I'm happy with these 80s down. I'm not even gonna complain.
exactly. We'll take what we got for sure. Have a
yep.
great one, everybody. Talk later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.